Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. Tonight is debate night, and also I'll be reacting to some clips. Let's go. Gabby, you done. And you want to leave too? This is how our relationship goes. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. All right, chat. We are currently live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Facebook will stay live for about 45 minutes. We'll close on that stream and then we'll only be live on YouTube. So if you don't want to worry about closing down one of your tabs that you have open, just come right on over to YouTube. So everyone on Facebook that's tuned in, shoot right over to YouTube, man. So tonight is debate night. It's open debate night. No scheduled debaters coming on. It's random. Anyone can join the stream. So if you watch any of my content, any of my debating content, or any of my content with the females that I do, the full panel of females, if you have any disagreements with, any of the things that I say, any of my opinions or my perspectives, click that link. The link is the first link in the YouTube description, and it's the link that's pinned in the live comment chat on YouTube. So click that link and I'll bring you on up. Or if you're a hater, if you just, you're like, man, Cooley, I don't like nothing about you. Well, here's the time. I'll give you 15 minutes of fame. You can go ahead and air out your grievances with me. So click that link if you want the smoke. Other than that, the next link in the YouTube description is going to be for the members. We got 3 tiers. First tier is gang. Second tier is hitman. Third tier is mob ties. Click any of those. Well, join any of those tiers. You are locked in with us. The next link is going to be for one-on-one coaching. I do believe, yes, it is one-on-one coaching for the next link. Coach men on masculinity, dating and relationships, and as well as media and marketing. And I do some couples coaching too. So click that link if you need some coaching, man. If your chick is cheating, or, you lacking in masculinity, or your woman is withholding sex for compliance from you, any type of relationship problems you got going on, click that link. I got you. The next links is going to be for all of the social media. So we got the Discord. We got, add me on X/Twitter. I only got like 1,300 followers, which is big trash. I got 1 million on Facebook, a couple 100,000 on Instagram. I think like 500,000 on Instagram with both of my channels pages combined. TikTok 200K, but Twitter, I'm at 1,300. So it's pretty trash, man. So follow me on X. If you use X, follow me, man. I'm trying to get my followers up on there for sure. Then we got the link in there also for the Clips channel. Subscribe to the Clips channel. Click the bell icon so you're notified when new clips are posted. And also, if you're not subscribed to the main channel, subscribe to the main channel, like the podcast. Let's get things going. All right, without further ado, first we're going to get into some clips that we have scheduled. Oh, actually, I'll give you an update. So, quick update on the last podcast that we did. This was just this past Friday. Good show. We had, I believe it was 6 ladies on the podcast that show. And it was some good discussions about race, discussions about that podcast. Some chicks just kept talking about cheating. It was a little bit dating and relationship discussions. It was discussions about feminism. We had, I believe, like 3 feminists on that panel, 1 base chick, and everything else was pretty good. But check out the last stream that I did on Friday. Full panel of girls. It was good conversation, maybe about 3 hours long. Check it out. Clips is going pretty good on that too. I posted a clip. It already got like 100 over 100K views on the clip that I posted of that. So it's going pretty good. I see the comments in there going pretty wild too on that clip. So, but that's what I like. All right. Let's get into the first clip that one of the supporters sent us. Let's see what they sent. Also, and if anyone has any questions while we're just chilling right now, going through some clips, go ahead and send in a super chat, man. I'm answering all questions today. Let me see something here. Facebook comments. Yo, Facebook, man. We be having so many people on Facebook live stream too. Come on over to YouTube, man. If I can get like all of the Facebook people that's on live on YouTube, the stream will be popping. But y'all never come on over. I think y'all be in different countries or something. I don't know. But okay. All right, let's pull up this first clip. And just once again, anyone that's coming in, tonight is debate night. But first, we are reacting to some clips that supporters sent me. So that's what we're doing first. Then when people start joining the stream, we'll bring them on up. All right, here's the first clip. Let's do it that way. Okay, what is this? Just hilarious. Okay.
Random observation. I'm at Shaq house yesterday, right? Yo. And this man is living like Neo. He got 4 white big booties in there. Like one is in the kitchen cleaning, the other one is in the basement. The like
Shaq,
4.
who? Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know another Shaq.
Right.
But yes.
He be down in Atlanta.
Guess what, Jeff?
Yeah, he got a house in Atlanta.
He got 4 wives?
4 white women.
Does Shaq want you to say this?
Yes.
No.
Yo, Shaq out here spinning plates. Shaq out here spinning plates, man. She said he got 4 white women.
You'll never get invited to his house.
No, I don't give a hot goddamn.
What happened at the house yesterday?
She's spilling all the tea, though. That's crazy how you can invite someone to your crib and the next day they just on the radio, just like, yeah, I was at the crib and you had all these girls there. God dang, what if I don't want anyone to know? She just hilarious, just spilling all the tea. What? You invite someone in your home? The least you could do is show some respect, and what I have in my home that's going on, don't go out there and tell the masses. There's no respect, man. Just the disrespect is crazy.
That makes you never want to go back there again if you told the story.
No. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go back or not. But
look, and she don't even care. She telling us, she's spilling all the tea on Shaq with his 4 white women, and she like, well, I don't really care. I don't know if I'm gonna go back or not. Like, see, man. Listen, man, when you got a nice home, you got to be cautious of the people you bring inside your home, man, because this is crazy. We going to get to Shaq in a minute. Shaq is funny.
Man, when I seen 2 of them was bad. The other ones, they were getting there. But I couldn't believe
getting there,
4 white women. No, I mean, like, the other 2 of them was like beautiful, bad. I'm like, okay. Quick random observation. I'm at Shaq house yesterday, right?
Yo.
And
okay, let's go over.
Right, Shaq, I see what you're doing. Then I seen the other 2 come out the back, and I was like, oh, all right, they getting there. They need a little bit more work.
Why you ain't DM Dr. Umar and report this?
Because Dr. Umar got something of his own that he going on right now. He going through right now, so I chose to leave that brother alone. But man, I could not believe it.
Did they cook for you?
Yeah. His chef definitely whipped up something for me. But
see, the crazy thing is you invite someone in your home. The next day or the few days after, they go ahead on the radio, a big radio station, which is the Breakfast Club, and all the business that you have going on in your home. Now you show them so much hospitality. She's just talking about his chef. Yeah, I went to his house. The chef was amazing, cooked some good food. So obviously Shaq was a good host, right? So she's in another man's house and he's, showing her, he's being a good host to her, showing her a good time. And the next day, she's on the Breakfast Club, right on the radio. Shaq was in the crib with 4 white chicks and everything, and 2 of them look good, and 2 of them look like they need a little work. Like, dag, Jess, you just spilling all the tea. All the tea. This is why, man, when you build a beautiful home and you got, you're successful like Shaq, even if you're not successful, man, you living in a little apartment, you still should be cautious by the people that you bring inside your house because they don't have any good intentions. No good intentions. She has 0 good intentions. Just a filthy, filthy behavior that's taking place by, spilling all the tea on Shaq after she experienced his big, beautiful mansion, which I'm sure it is. It's in Atlanta. And then also ate some great food. But let's keep going. Let's see what else she says.
No, not the women. No, they were cleaning. One was massaging him. She ain't care about his feet. Like, she was massaging him. Then he got the big bed. The bed looked like an aquarium, like a big. It's crazy.
Since nobody busted the Shaq house.
I'm serious. Now I might not be. Now that you said that, I might not be invited back. Man,
invited back.
All right.
You're definitely not invited back. Hey, the crazy thing is too. So Shaq, he was divorced. He got divorced he got divorced by his wife Shawnee O'Neal, which is now Shawnee Henderson, I believe, back in 2011. Looks like the Google shows me. And Shawnee moved on to do Basketball Wives after the divorce. Meanwhile, Shaq is out here living his best life. He got 4 white chicks at his crib, massaging his back, 1 massaging his feet, some cooking meals. You get what I'm saying? He's out here living his best life. So you see, and Shaq is, let's just give the stats of Shaq. Shaq is 53 years old, 7'1", 320 pounds. He got divorced in 2011. Shawnee moved on to do Basketball Wives, which is a show just about drama. Just a mean, old women that's depressed, talking about their bad experiences with dating and their bad experience with life. It's just all drama. It's a drama-filled show. So it's not anything that's, conducive to other people's life. It's just low entertainment value. It's not anything that's helping people out. It's just a regular old show. You get what I'm saying? That's about drama. So that's what she moved on to do, which is, you could say she definitely made some money from it. But if we're really looking at it, it's an L. It's an L, right? Then she married the man, Pastor Keon. Pastor Keon, so Shaq's ex-wife, she moved on and married Pastor Keon. Pastor Keon is 6'5" and makes between $1 million to $5 million, which is good. He's doing his thing. But it's very hard to replace Shaq. She couldn't replace him. Shaq is worth $500 million. $500 million. That's how much Shaq is worth. Google also shows that, because I'm just Googling everything real quick. Google also shows that. So if we just compare the two, Shaq is literally, currently, if we're going with what Just Hilarious said, 4 white chicks in a big old mansion, living his best life, getting massages and living like a king. So he definitely upgraded. Shawnee is replaceable. But Shaq isn't replaceable. She actually downgraded from Shaq. The man that she has makes less, shorter, in everything. Shaq is a 4-time NBA championship. He's a 1-time NBA MVP, NBA Finals MVP, NBA All-Star MVP, 15 times NBA All-Star MVP. God dang, really? Woo! And then also NBA All-Star Game MVP. Okay, NBA All-Star MVP and then NBA All-Star Game MVP. So Shaq got many accomplishments, many trophies, and she definitely couldn't replace him. But meanwhile, men, our standards is not that high. We don't care about a woman's income. We don't care about, what the woman has going on and how popular she is in the tabloids and on social media, how much clout she has. No, we're very simple. Beauty, be submissive, follow my lead. So he replaced her 4 times over. But she didn't replace him at all. This is why, and she filed for divorce. This is why when chicks, when they divorce a high value man, it's very hard for them to replace that man. Now, this is just the stats. Of course, it could be more into it as far as the chemistry that they had, the values that they shared, and so on and so forth. And I'm sure it was maybe some reasons for said divorce. But if we're just going by the numbers, the stat shows that, yeah, Shani, she definitely, downgraded. Shaq, on the other hand, fully upgraded, because men are simple creatures, man. Simple creatures. Okay, seems like we got some people joining the stream. Make sure your camera's on and audio is on. I'm going to react to some clips and then I'll start bringing some people up. All right, let's get to the next clip. That clip was funny, though. That clip was funny. Shaq is really out here spinning these plates, man. Like, dang. Okay, let's see. All right, here's the next clip. Oh, copied that wrong. Let's do that again. All right, here we go.
Maya, 26, and I don't like men that are obligated for women to work or do whatever. And I was raised by my dad, so I don't like that mindset.
Okay, so she doesn't like men that is obligated for women to work. So she's looking for a traditional relationship. She's looking for the man to be doing the work and then she be the stay-at-home woman. It seems like this is a pop the balloon episode, but, not the usual one. Some other pop the balloon type of podcast content out there. She's one of the ones that popped her balloon, so she's not that attracted. She doesn't want this guy. She popped the balloon on him, and this is where she's given her reason to why she popped the balloon. So let's continue on. So her first reason was, I like, a man that's gonna be paying all the bills and take care of everything, and I want to be a traditional woman. So I'm not looking for anything. I don't want to be a modern woman. That's pretty much what I gather from it so far. Let's continue.
What type of mindset are you looking for, though?
My personal
Somebody just to
mindset that
do
I
for you?
want. And that's another thing. I don't like that too. It's a personal like that. I don't like argumentative mindsets either.
Okay,
But,
okay. How would it be an argumentative mindset?
I don't.
Yeah, so she's crazy. She's moving around and moving her hands and stuff like that. What I sense from her just right off the first few seconds is she's crazy. This is someone that's crazy, but we'll get into it. So the next thing she says, I don't like someone with the mindset, and that right there, you're being argumentative. He just asked her a simple question, but she got defensive so fast and said that, hey, you're being argumentative. Well, I'm being argumentative just by me asking you a question? Wow. He just asked, well, what type of mindset are you looking for? Since she said what she said first, he wants her to expound on what she said, to elaborate a little bit more, but she takes it and internalizes it as, you're being argumentative. Don't question me. Let's keep going.
I did a lot of work on life and
Okay, I
the
understand.
body and humans and everything else, and I just see, I did a lot of abusive relationships with narcissists, and yeah, I just don't like.
Are you comparing me to that though?
One question.
Yeah, like I said, she's crazy. Chat, this chick is crazy. She is crazy. She just went on a rant. Well, yeah, I dated the body, spirit, soul, and then, you know, I dated men that was abusive and narcissist and this. Like, what does this have to do with me? You popped your balloon. Just let me know why you popped your balloon. Don't talk about your past trauma. The reason why she's crazy is because she's been through some things in the past that corrupted her ability to logically think and to linear think. Her thinking is very tangential and scattered. She's a lunatic. Chat, you see a chick like this? Red flag. Also, if you see a chick like this, literally, she got on a church skirt with a collared shirt. I've never seen this a day in my life. She looked like a crackhead. This is the prime example of what you get when a woman is on drugs and she gives birth to a baby. You get a crack baby like this woman right here. She can't even think straight. Then she got on this freaking church gown with some old school stockings from 1970 with a sweaty, what is that? It's not even a mink, with a sweaty little jacket fur. She looks horrible. Oh man, and she cockeyed too. Cockeyed beaver looking chick. What's going on here? If you can see, chat, I'm gonna play it. Matter of fact, when I play it again, look at her eyes. She never looked at that nigga. I'm very observant here. She never looked at him. She's like looking all around. So he's the camera. I'm that. He's the camera and I'm her. She's like, well, so if you, yeah, I don't like guys like this and narcissists and stuff like. Look the nigga in his eyes when he's speaking. You cockeyed chick. What's going on? She's horribly ugly. He should be thanking her for popping that balloon.
What?
Who are you raised by? Like, what type of home?
She had the nerve to ask homie, who was he raised by? No, chick. Who was you raised by? Who raised you? A crack addict who raised you. A drunken monk raised you. What's going on here? Shorty was raised by wolves.
A good home.
Was it just a single
Like
parent?
together, not together.
Oh. Well, I don't like that. Yeah.
What do this chick? Wait, what? Why would you ask that question? Listen, man. I gotta find out what podcast this is. Cause yo, I would. If I was in his shoes, I would have been roasting her right now. She asked him, "What type of home were you raised in?" He replies, "I was raised in a 2-parent home with both my mother and my father." Then she goes on, "Well, I don't like that either." Well, then why did you ask the question? It seemed like your first stance was you are a traditional woman and you want a traditional relationship where the woman is at home and a man is paying for the bills. Then a few questions later, she's contradicting her entire argument. Like I said, she's crazy. This is a crazy individual. Like the Spanish women would say, she loca. She loca. But anyways, she goes on to ask him that question. He gives an answer, a solid answer. Yeah, 2-parent household. Yeah, oh yeah, I don't like that either. What do you like, chick? What are you talking about? You want a dude to be raised in a single mother home? What do you mean?
Oh, you don't like, she don't like shit. She don't like that. She don't like nothing about you. Hey, listen, nothing you do or say, you didn't say the word. She don't like nothing.
And they caught on to it too. Like, yeah, bro, it don't even matter. Even the chicks there is like, man, she just don't like you, nigga. It's like, it's not much more you could say, much more you can question her about. She don't like you.
There's no negotiations either. I don't like that either. Like, if I don't like something, that's what I don't like.
And she has the nerve to say, there's no negotiations. If I don't like something, I just don't like it. You know, fair enough. If you don't like something, you don't have to like it. No one's making you. But be honest, I think that right from her observation, everyone can read a book by its cover. If we're being honest here, she popped the balloon is because she's going based off of looks. And this dude is a short, pudgy, fat guy with a pushback headline. Like, if your headline is that far back, my homie, just cut it all off. Get the smooth baldy. If my headline out, I'm good. I'm Gucci out here. Got the braids and all, but I'm Gucci, headline good, 35 years old. But if my headline ever got that far back here, if you see my headline start where my braids is, cutting it all off. I'm getting a baldy. I'm getting a full baldy. I'm not trying to save not a thing. Oh man, trying to save not a thing out here. So the truth is, she's not an honest person. That's the truth. So what you witnessing here, chat, she's loca, she's crazy, but she's dishonest because she could simply say, you're not my type. You're too short, you're too pudgy, that's why I don't like you. But she didn't want to tell the truth, so then she made up some bull crap. You know why it was bull crap? Because she started to contradict herself when she started talking. That's how you know it's some BS. That's how you know it's lies. That's how you know it's lies. Like when I debate these people, especially with these Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that. Y'all see me do these debates. I catch them in lies. When I debate these male feminists, I catch them in lies. I literally play the clip back and y'all see it and I catch them in lies. She's a liar, just like those low IQ people that I be debating. Type of people you got to watch out for. Let's keep going, man. Hopefully she don't say nothing else dumb.
My person, like that's
You don't like nothing about me.
No negotiation.
I'm just saying with anybody, like everybody got their own boundaries and whatever they like.
Everybody got their own, like, what is up with you, chick? Like, are you on like some hyper, medication or something? Like, what's going on? She's moving too much. She's fidgety. She just looked like she smelled like piss and outside piss, not indoor piss. It's outside piss. It's like homeless people's piss. That's what she looked like, what she smelled like. Ugh, disgusting. Just be honest. Like, yeah, nigga, you short, you fat, you're not my type. Move on. He would have been like, cool, fair enough. But she went on this, I'm traditional, and then she takes it back. She not traditional. She went on, I'm my past traumas, I've been abused and traumatized by men and dealt with narcissists. Don't nobody care about none of that, chick. Just be clean and concise and get to the point. Dang, you dusty hoe. These chicks, man. Ugh, filthy. Everyone on this panel filthy too, if we being honest. Oh dang, I wish I could zoom in a little bit for y'all, but y'all can see it here. Look at shorty over here right next to her. She good 280, and she's shorter than her, and he's short already too, so he a short fat nigga. So she's probably like 5'2" over here in a white coat and that bob. She look horrible. Then you got shorty over there looking horrible. Man, it's just a panel of horrible chicks. Man, if that was me, I would have walked in there, seen it, and walk right out, nigga. I would have popped their balloons for them. Like, peace. What is this? Am I in a hood? This look like Nort chicks. Ugh. All right, let's move on. Next clip. Whoever sent me this clip, I'm pissed off. Who sent me this? Oh man. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, real quick update. Anyone that wants to join the stream, tonight is debate night. Go ahead and click that link. I'll bring you on up. Click the first link in a YouTube description or click the link in a live chat and I'll bring you on up for debate night. Click that link, man. Let's get it. All right, let's get to this next clip. Man, I had a roast shorty.
Scenario: you're married with a child.
Yes.
You and your husband and your child go out on your sailboat.
Okay.
The sailboat gets struck. It's sinking.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save? The child or your husband?
Look, I would choose my child's father because we can make more children. This is an impossible choice. You also have to understand that my hierarchy in my life.
I agree.
God, my man,
husband,
my children,
everything else.
And also, I just want to emphasize spouse.
Your baby and your man is in the water.
Yeah.
Your baby look like a baby. Your man look like a grown man. I'm saving my baby. Like, I love my wife, but I just feel like
What if she's incapacitated? What if she's knocked out?
I feel like she would be mad at me if I saved her.
She would, but she would get over it because now you a single daddy.
As a man, I can't even go back and be like, oh yeah, I saved my wife. I let the baby die. Who am I gonna go tell that story to?
Everybody.
That sounds crazy.
Let me tell you this. This is why having an integrity point and barometer with self is so important. Because if somebody said to me, you let your kids die and you saved your husband, absolutely. Now, it's not to say that I wouldn't grieve, that I wouldn't be sad. I'd probably ask myself, did I make the right choice? Oh my God, are we ever going to have children again? You know, I'm getting up there in age. Having kids is hard. All of these things are real things, but I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody has to say about any decision that I made because I did it and I meant it.
Yeah. So, this is the thing when you get these chicks on a podcast and they consume a lot of male content and, you know, they adopt some of our thinking and ideals. They think that they can get on other podcasts and speak very logical. So she's speaking with confidence here, like, you know, and she's making some logical points. Like if I was in a situation and, you know, my child or my husband needed to be saved, I would save my husband. And her logical reasoning for it is because, you know, God over man, man over woman, woman over children. So I'll save my husband. But you get this individual, and then she even goes on at the end to say, I think it's more to it. I'll play the rest of it. She just said, well, you know, no one can really, you know, this is my decision that I'm making. Like, no one can really tell me about the decision that I'm making. I'm making this choice because she's like logically thinking about it. The thing is, you ask your man, if you're in that situation as a woman, what I would say back if I was on this podcast, oh, okay, you seem like you traditional, you follow some steps, huh? That's what it seems like your thinking is, like traditional, and you're following steps. Like, oh, you're going to save the child over your man if it's in a situation where, you know, both of them need saving. You'll just go ahead and save your man over the child. That's what you're going to say? Wouldn't the traditional woman, if she could in that situation, ask her man, hubby, you want me to get you or you want me to get your child? Still let the man lead. Let the man lead. If it's capable, if in the situation it's possible for the woman to ask for the man to make the final decision, because the man may be like, yo, save the kids, because he may be thinking like, if you save me, I don't want to deal with a scorned woman that just lost her kids. That's a whole lot to deal with. I'll go ahead, and men are expendable to an extent. We are here to protect and provide. Let us give the man the final decision if it's possible in that scenario. So if it's a situation and you need to grab your man or grab the baby, hubby, who you want me to grab, you or the baby? Let the man decide. Grab me, chick, or get the little baby, get our child. That's will be my first refute to what I just heard. Overall, though, if you can't ask the man, well, her logical entailment makes sense because you can definitely make more babies. You can definitely replace those kids for sure. So I get the logical entailment on that part. But first, if you can ask the man, ask the man. Let him make the final decision. God dang. But I get what you're saying. Let's keep going.
Yes. Yes.
You love someone,
Yes.
on that boat, and you and the baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want him to do?
I would want him to save the child, but I would understand why he chose me.
So look, even in this, right? So this is why you really don't let chicks make any decisions without the man. This is why it's God over man, man over woman, woman over children. The leader, the final decision maker, right? She just submits. Well, if the situation was reversed and a husband was the savior, would you want your husband to save you or the child? She says, well, I would want my husband to save the child because so you even know that you can't live without your kids. You even know that you would sacrifice your kids because you can't live without the kids. So then if you did save your man and now the man is saved and you lost your kids, the man will be dealing with a scorned woman, a woman that can't even live and function properly and regulate her emotions because she just lost her children. That's going to be a horrible relationship for that man to deal with a scorned woman like you. It is what it is. You know, that's a touchy situation, but most women, you're sensitive. You're very emotional. Most women, you'll be, grieving forever. I know chicks that terminate their unborn children. They even go through some mental issues and some depression issues when they terminate their unborn children. So, of course, if you're in a situation where you've already been this is your child, been taking care of your child, you already birthed this child, and your children pass away, you gonna be hurt. And guess what? That man got to deal with a hurt woman. The man may not want to deal with a hurt woman. That's why you ask the man, hey, listen, chick, I'm going. I don't want to deal with no hurt woman. Just save the kids, you be good, and move on. Or he may want to deal with the hurt woman, but let the man be the final decision maker if it's possible. Let's keep going.
You will be happy with him after he chose you, not the child?
This is such a challenging choice. But ultimately, my husband...
See, it's challenging for her. This is why she not fit to make the final decision. I would love to have an individual like this on my podcast, because it's like, it's great. Yeah, you're thinking, you're trying to think linear to a degree. You're trying to think logical. You're doing a pretty good job. But the part where you missed is ask your man. Ask your man. Let's keep going.
I so recklessly trust my husband that in that moment, that's what made sense to him.
You can't.
And I might be mad.
Yeah.
I'm already geriatric. We might never be able to have kids again, and the grieving would be crazy for sure.
Look, she proving my point, chat. She's literally proving the grieving will be crazy. We're already geriatric. It's gonna be a high risk. Look, she's proving my point. Bro, these feminists, they so-called want to be a traditional woman, but really they're feminist. They're truly feminist. And it's just certain questioning that you have that needs to be taking place to really pull the curtains, pull back the curtains on them, because they're really low-key feminists. Like, it's very simple. Ask your man. I'll just ask my man. Man, hubby, you want me to get you out the water or get Lil Kyle? Who do you want me to get? Want me to get Lil Billy out the water or get you? Hubby like, get him. Or get me. And then, all right, everything is up from there. You ain't even got to worry about nothing else. The man is either going to deal with a scorned woman and a hurt chick like you, or the man will come to the conclusion himself, because there's only two choices in all of it. He's going to come to the conclusion, like, he's going to think logically, like, god dang, I know she can't live without these kids. Chick, forget about me. Save the kids. I take one. And this is what men were built for. We are built. This is why the man makes the final decision, because we are built to handle the consequences. She isn't built to handle the consequences. This is why when she's met with this questioning, she's like, well, wow, I don't like, because they're asking her more questions like, well, are you sure you're going to be able to handle you living without your kids? And she's falling into all the traps. Oh, the grieving will be so bad. I don't know what I would do. Because you ain't built for it. Men are built to handle the consequences of everything. You aren't. So since you're not built for it, let the man make the final decision.
But if he chose me over our children, there's a reason why. God's not done with me yet. Well, people love the word until it's inconvenient, until there's judgment and bias around it. But when you think biblically, husband and wife should submit unto each other. You come first. You are the home front. You are the union. After God comes my husband. If I got to choose between my parents, whom I love, my mom is my very best friend, and my husband.
Yeah, so this stuff is that she's saying is totally fine. It's on point. But, the other stuff is, if you are going to ask your man. Don't be trying to think for yourself, chick. What? You got your own thoughts? Look, you slipped up feminist. You got your own thoughts? No, you don't supposed to think for yourself. Your man thinks for you. I'm finna get canceled out here. Let's keep going.
I'm choosing my husband. And this is the problem. People are confusing marriage with being husband and wife. Those are two very different things.
Say that one more time.
Husband or wife means I am committed to this. I am submitted to the mission. I got you, no matter what, under the eyes of God, through sickness and health, through all of the things that may come. That is my husband. Not I got married. Most people are just married, but they'll never.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing okay for the rest of it. I could pick that apart too, but it's whatever. All right, so we got some people joining the stream. Let's get some people up here real quick. Let's see. And also, man, anyone that wants to join the stream, go ahead and click the first link in the YouTube description, or click the link that's pinned in the comments. Click that link and I'll bring you right on up. Okay, I'll get to some more clips. We only got one person backstage right now. Sid Cap, I see you back here, man. Sid Cap, write in a private chat. Let me know what you want to debate about, man. Let me know what you want to debate about in a private chat back here. Let me know, and then I'll bring you on up after. I'm going to get to another clip. Be like a few minutes. Okay. Anthony Mackey. Okay, let's see. Captain, the new Captain America. Let's see what he's talking about.
Been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all that. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that and this is fresh on my heart, like I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because of that, I don't know what that emotion or that feeling is the scary thing. Because I went to all the programs. I've done Broadway. I've done off-Broadway. I've been in the business 24 years. I've been in 2 Academy Award films. I've done independent films. I've done major motion pictures. Now I'm Captain America. So now what? I've been in the...
Okay, cool. So he's pretty much saying, Anthony Mackey says success is given, it's not earned. So this is untrue. This is very, very untrue. It sounds good. Like sometimes when you hear a message, you're like, because people can, say things in a way where it sounds convincing. Success is earned. Now, what he's misconstruing is opportunity is given. Opportunity is given. So someone gives you the opportunity. He made the example of the NFL players that's sitting next to him. Like, someone tapped you on the shoulder and someone did this. They gave the opportunity to these players, and then these players competed, right? And earned their position in the NBA. So opportunity is given, but if you get the opportunity, it's coming upon you with your work ethic and everything like that, is if you're actually going to be successful or not. So opportunity is given, success is earned in the marketplace of competition. Yeah, so that's what he got wrong there. But, he's I could see, for him, it could look like that. And this could be it's really not a controversial take. If we're just speaking facts, bro, he's a DEI Captain America. I like him. I like him as a person, and as an actor too. But if we're being honest, he's a DEI Captain America. Like, he was, what was it? Not Hawkeye. He was one of the Falcon at first. And he played the role, the Falcon. That role was cool, but it wasn't like, he's not really he isn't really qualified to be the new Captain America. He doesn't have the physique. He doesn't have the, that type of, he doesn't have the capability to play that role. So for him, in his eyes, based off of his observation on how he's living, he's looking at it like, bro, like, it don't feel like I earned this. It feel like I was given it. Well, Most of these, I think it's definitely owned by Disney. Marvel has to be owned by, is definitely owned by, the left and all of that. So people with those type of ideologies and ideals. So they was like, oh, well, yeah, we have an opportunity to make a black Captain America. Sure, let's make a black Captain America. Let's go ahead and diversity, equity, and inclusion. And he fit right into the role. So for you, my friend, Anthony Mackey, it could feel like, success isn't earned and it's given because you was handed out some things, but you put in the work, bro. Let's just be honest on yourself. You put in the work. You outcompeted the whole lot of people for all the shows I seen you on, and you're a good actor. I actually like you as an actor. Played in some dope roles and stuff like that. Some dope movies. But yeah. Let's see who else we got in here. Okay, got a lot of people joining the stream now. Let's see here. Sick Cap, write me in a private chat again. I said, what do you mean by testosterone? But I'll bring you up in a second. Let's get some other people up here and here, Sick Cap. I'll bring you up next, Sick Cap. You'll be the second one up. I want to get some new people up in here, though. All right, let me close this down. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and where you from.
Anthony Wilson. I'm from Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, but I live in Columbia, South Carolina.
Cool, man. Have you ever joined?
I know you love a good debate.
Okay.
I never could debate you because everything you say is so true, but I finally figured out a debate.
Okay, cool. Let's get it.
A debate. Because I know you love it. A good debate, but it was about the clip of the woman that you just had on there about saving the baby. She was absolutely right. Everything that she said was absolutely right on how it is and how the Bible, and you say you believe in the Bible, so it's the way it's structured. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. Now, just because you say that, he need to ask the man first, that's the word of God. So God is over the man. So that's what she did.
Well, you're putting that in there. That's an assertion. You're asserting that she talked to God and asked God, who should I save? That's not what she said at all. So in regards to what she said, as far as who she would save, I said that's totally fine if she can't ask the man. But if she can, if it's possible for her to ask the man, ask her man.
Okay.
So the part of the debate wouldn't be about of her actually taking the steps to save the man over the child. No, we agree on that. If she can't ask him, save the man over the child. We agreed on that part. But the part that I put in there, which they didn't speak about, if you can ask the man, I'm saying ask the man. Are you saying if the opportunity is there for her to ask her husband, you're saying that she shouldn't ask her husband and she should just go ahead and save her husband instead of the kids?
Okay. Like I said.
Well, answer that question for me.
No, because it's already written. It's already said in the Bible that even you say it. God over man, man over woman, woman over children.
Okay, the Bible, so what?
And if it's already,
all right, but get back to my question now. So if she could, once again, if she can ask her man, will you tell her? Would your advice be to tell her to ask the man, or to just go ahead and save the man?
I would go ahead and save the man because I read the Bible and I know.
Yeah, See, look, that's where you failed at. So that's where you failed at. So that's the woman. No, listen, So you're a feminist. That's a woman making
I'm
the
not a
final
feminist at all.
decision.
I agree with a lot of stuff you say.
Well,
but if
let's.
it's written in the Bible.
No. We're gonna get to the Bible in a second.
Okay.
But let's just have a debate about what we're speaking about. So the woman, we can use this because it's just a hypothetical. We can extrapolate this hypothetical out to any situation. If a woman is in a situation, should she make the final decision or should she ask her man? Which one? No. Answer that question. If the woman is in a situation,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so then why? Okay, if she should, she should always ask her man. So then why in this situation she should not still ask her man?
Because it's already in order.
What do you mean it's already in? No, she's no. No, that isn't no order. That's going against the order, my friend. You're not realizing.
How is that going
I'll explain.
against the order if you have a covenant with your husband, if you have a covenant with your wife, how is that going against the order?
I'll explain. You want me to explain? Okay. So once again, the man is the leader in the household. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. The man is the final decision maker. We agree on that the man is the final decision maker. The woman is in a situation and she can ask her man. She has the ability to ask her man or she has the ability to make the final decision. You just said that you would have her make the final decision because everything is in order. Well, in what order? It's God over man, man over woman, woman over children. The man makes the final decision, which dictates the order. You get what I'm saying? If the woman makes a final decision, the order is corrupt, is interrupted, is not in line anymore. You get what I'm saying? God makes a final decision on us. I'll repeat. Listen, God, judgment day comes. God makes the final decision on us. Man makes the final decision on women. Women makes the final decision on children. Well, actually, men make the final decision on women and children. If we're being honest. So within that, if you are going to say that the woman needs to make the final decision maker, you are a feminist, and that is not the order of God over man, man over woman, woman over children.
Okay. You had a lot to say.
Disprove me wrong.
What I'm saying is when it's the covenant is between the man and the woman. You know what I mean? And if you read the Bible and you know the Bible well, she's supposed to be submissive to her husband. That's what she's doing. But you might not understand all that. And I understand your point of view to like, is this man over woman? I understand that, and I'm all with that. But when it comes to that decision like that, her decision to save the man is because now she can still be directed. She can still be, he can still make decisions.
Nah, man, you just contradicted yourself. You said that the woman is supposed to be submissive to the man, which is you're insinuating follow the man's lead. Allow the man to be the final decision maker. But in this situation where the woman can either save the husband or save the child, but she can also ask the husband, "Hey, do you want me to save you or do you want me to save our children?" Which then she's yielding to the husband's authority. She's yielding to the husband's direction. She's submitting to the husband and saying, you be the final decision maker and I'll follow whatever you want. You're going against that. That is against the Bible. That is against the order of life.
Okay. I don't think
you are, man. You are. Chat.
Well, I don't think I'm going against it. I think that you so strong on what you believe.
Refute it then. I'm refuting yours very easily.
I refuted yours.
Well, what did you refute?
If the word of God said, it don't matter what you say or I say.
Okay, well, what did the word say?
So that's refuting you, and God is over you and me. So I'm gonna go with the word. So that's
you ain't even read a scripture and you talking about the word says this. We don't even have to. You are yielding to the Bible and you're using the Bible to prove your argument, but you didn't pull out any scripture. You didn't pull out anything. So we just having a logical discussion currently.
But you don't like scripture.
No, we get. I'm totally.
I mean, you don't like to go back and forth. You like to go
No,
back
I'm
with
totally
logic.
fine with scripture.
I'm arguing with you. I'm arguing with you with that. You know what I mean? So it don't have to be boring. We go because I'm like you. When they be going over there, it be so boring. But I got you. You know what I mean? You don't be wrong. But you get
I get wrong sometimes. Fair enough.
It's okay.
You know what? I could say that. I'll give you this. To be fair, I'm not perfect. I pronounce words wrong a lot. I'm surely wrong on certain things. I'm sure I lost the debate, but you know what? I'm not losing this debate. So on everything here, I'm 100% right. Look, everything I'm saying here, I'm right. Today, I'm right.
Okay. I mean, everybody gonna say they right. We both debate. So you feel you right, and I feel I'm right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I love your
Now, I
show,
appreciate
man.
the support, man. I appreciate the support.
You know what I mean? I mean, you be right, but this is a little bit over excessive. But you know what I mean? I'm not hating on what
Fair
you're
enough.
saying.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not hating on it because you still putting what you're doing is just saying she's still gonna ask her man, and it is. I mean, it's that too in the Bible. Even when forgot her name, but she listened to her husband, and he, even when he was wrong. So I get what you're saying. So it's like a tit for tat thing. So yeah, you could be right in this. I just wanted to debate you because I like your show. I even listened to her show.
Oh,
too.
she got a show? I don't know who that is.
She say a lot of stuff that you say.
Yeah, a lot of these women, they bite off the manosphere type red pill content creators and stuff like that, take our talking points, but it is what it is. I appreciate the support, man. I'm going to bring up some more callers. Blessings to you, man. Have a good one, brother. What you doing right now? You working or you working out?
Nah, I'm at a truck stop. I'm a truck driver.
Oh, truck stop. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, blessings to you, man. I appreciate the service, man. We gotta respect the blue collar workers, the truck drivers and stuff like that. Ease is a truck driver. Right. My co-host. Yeah, Ease, he be driving trucks.
I like Ease be on them.
Ease do be on them. Ease be on them. All right, brother. I appreciate it, man. Have a blessed one, Anthony. Peace.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's bring up the next caller. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name. Where you from?
Sick Cat from Brooklyn. What's up, bro?
Sick Cat, what's going on, brother? You here for another one?
Yeah. So I want to ask you a question on the debate because you talk a lot about testosterone, and I was wondering, did you ever take a steroid?
No, I never took any steroids.
You never took any shakes or vitamins like A, B, C, or D, or? I mean, I don't take no supplements, bro. I mean, vitamin C. Vitamin C is in orange juice. I mean, but yeah, I mean, probably some vitamins, but I don't take anything now. What's up? I know you private messaged me about testosterone. So what you want to debate on that? Well, the thing is that you just told me you never took a steroid, and if you took
not a steroid, what type of steroid you talking about? Go ahead, sure.
Well, if you said you never did, this is what you say. You say you never took a steroid, so you never took vitamin D, because vitamin D is a steroid.
Never took vitamin D. Why would I take vitamin D?
Never.
Nah, what's the?
D. Well, most black people is deficient of vitamin D, and when they're deficient of vitamin D, they either have to get more sun, and sometimes their melanin blocks it, and sometimes they just get a prescription from the doctor. So basically, you say you never took. So
go ahead.
So it most likely is like a precursor. So if you eat food that has vitamin D in it, or you get the sunlight, the rays, that's a precursor. So when you say you never took a steroid, now when I'm coming to a testosterone, would you ever take synthetic testosterone?
No, man.
If you get depleted of it?
No, man. I mean, depleted of it. Well, let's go back to your first claims, right? You said that
You could type it up.
vitamin D is a steroid. No, that's totally fine. You could be right. It's just what I'm presupposing of what you're talking about. When you say steroid, I'm thinking of the type of steroids that, you know, these boxers and athletes get banned for taking steroids, or these, you know, weightlifters in competition take steroids and stuff like that to get bigger. That's the type of steroid that I'm assuming that you're speaking about. But then you said that vitamins is actually steroids. I don't have to look it up. I'll take your word for it. Chat. You let me know. You said vitamin D.
I didn't say vitamins.
You said vitamin D.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could type it up and ask if vitamin D is a steroid.
It's fine. I'll take your word for it. I'm pretty sure you did the research.
All right. So
okay.
What I was asking you is, like, if you deplete in your testosterone levels, would you take synthetic testosterone?
If I deplete.
And give me a reason why you won't.
Yeah, I mean, like, if it hypothetically.
Older in age, father time
sure.
taking.
Well, okay. Well, that's
hypothetically. You will deplete.
Okay, well, then that's a different question. So that question, yes, when a man ages, he does lose his testosterone. Now, you can do certain things by keeping up with your exercise, by keeping a good diet to maintain certain levels, some healthy levels of testosterone, so your T doesn't go way far down. You could do a lot to maintain a good level and a healthy level of testosterone. So, no, I'm not taking any T. I don't even take painkillers when I get a headache. I'm a real nigga. I'm a real man. I get a headache, pain, well, I'm gonna take a pill for some pain. I'm gonna get over this pain. I'll conquer the pain. When pain comes, I tore my ACL when I was in 10th grade playing ball. Tore my ACL, dunking, doing windmills, crazy. Tore my ACL. I didn't even go. I was broke. And living, very poorly back then. So yeah, I went to the hospital. That was about it, but I never got any surgery, never got nothing. It healed on its own. Still went to college to do some ball, play like 2 years in college, but that was about it, man. But no, man, I don't take any painkillers. I don't take any supplements. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I just live my life, and my genetics is pretty good.
Okay, well, regardless of your genetics are good or not, father time will always take it.
It's definitely gonna, the testosterone will go down as I get older, for sure.
And it also will deplete. Now, you do have the option to take the synthetic testosterone, and if you know, what is testosterone made of? What is synthetic testosterone made of?
I don't know, man. You tell me. Synthetic testosterone, don't it come from like cows or something? Where it come from? I don't know. I never looked it up.
Well, as you know, a lot of people will say, I wouldn't take testosterone, or I won't get on TRT as I get older because I'm a man's man, and what father time will take from me. But as you know, there's a lot of men they go through suicide and foggy thoughts and depression and stuff like that. And sometimes they just have to get a prescription, which they don't get from their doctor, because at the end of the day, you're a man and they don't allow to get
So Travis, real quick. The chat is saying that you're wrong, that vitamin D is not testosterone. Is not, I'm sorry, not testosterone. Vitamin D is not a steroid. They Cooley, just Google it. I'll Google it right now. Hold up.
Is vitamin D a hormone, a steroid? Because I Google it and it said, I don't know what they're using. It says vitamin D is more accurately considered a steroid hormone.
Okay.
Because
Let's see.
Be produced, and it goes.
Okay, so yeah, it's different than what it's different. So, but yes, vitamin D is considered a steroid hormone. Steroid hormones are a class of hormones that are produced in the body and have a characteristic chemical structure. Vitamin D is, so it's a type. Yeah, but it's a type of steroid that's not in the same field like testosterone and all of these other male.
Yes, it is.
It's not in that category. Yeah,
No,
it's not in
being
that.
derived from cholesterol.
It's
From
not in
cholesterol.
that. I'm looking at it now. It's not
I'm looking at it
classified.
too.
I know. I'm looking at it too. It's not classified to be in that same category as like PEDs. So, like, you know, if you are taking if you're boxing. Therefore, if you're boxing and you're taking vitamin D, you are not going to be penalized by taking vitamin D. So it's not a steroid that's going to enhance your athletic or, you know, physical production. You get what I'm saying? So it's not.
I didn't bring that in the frame. I didn't bring PEDs in the frame.
I got
asked
you. Well,
if you
it's
ever
not
took a
a.
steroid.
Yeah. So it's what I'm saying is it's a different type of steroid. It's
No,
classified as a
but it
different
says
type.
it's
Yes, it is.
similar. It's similar.
Bro, it
chemical
isn't, man.
Structure. Well, let me just finish, bro. It's a chemical structure similar, shared hormones being derived from cholesterol, and testosterone is shared from cholesterol. Testosterone is made up of soy and
You're
yam.
missing the point.
What's the
You're
point?
missing
I'm
the.
asking you, would you take TRT? when
Yeah,
you get
no,
older?
but the
You said
point,
no.
the point where you are categorizing the steroid, there's different classifications of steroids. The classification that you're giving it, you're pretty much saying that it's just like these other steroids, like PEDs, like male self-improvement enhancements. It's not that type of steroid. It's a different type of steroid than those male, you know, enhancement, physical
so you're
enhancement
saying-
steroids. So yeah,
you're
that's
saying-
that's what we
Okay,
have
okay,
to be
so-
able to differentiate the two. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so
But
I'm
okay,
gonna
let's.
to with why you always do that, bro? It's like every time I talk, and then you tell me punch in. You didn't tell the other dude to punch in what I wanted to talk about. So I was just trying to figure out something because testosterone could be either a PED or it could be testosterone replaced with treatment. There's two different things.
That's a different conversation. We were just talking about vitamin D, but if we're back on
'cause I asked you
testosterone,
if you ever took a steroid, you said no. So I said, okay, you're wrong. It is a steroid.
no,
Insulin
you did.
is a
Wait,
hormone.
time out. I was never wrong because I yielded and said I'll go ahead and take your word for what it is. Then the chat called you out for it and said, "Cooley, no, Google it, nigga. It's not the same. It's a different type of steroid. It's not classified as a physical performance enhancing
Okay, so
steroid, which is
you're
a
saying
different classification. Remember, I said that when you said that a vitamin D is a steroid, my assumption of it is that it's classified in the male physical enhancement steroids that goes into with PEDs that weightlifters and, you know, bodybuilders that those guys take. That's what I assumed. And then as the conversation went, you, my friend, you never pointed out any differences from it until I Googled it, and Google told me that no, it's a steroid, but it's classified differently than all of these other steroids. That is true.
All right, so now testosterone and vitamin D is
Okay.
made up of cholesterol. Okay, so there's no difference of it. And
All right.
plus, the way I see it is people take insulin, that came from pigs and cattle. Then they enhance the whole situation, and now they don't take it from pigs and cattle. They splice genes. So they have an unlimited source of insulin. There's a lot of people that when men get older, they say, well, I'm not going to take TRT or I'm not going to, but TRT and testosterone is the same thing. And if you take superficial doses, then it becomes a steroid. If you're
Okay.
low on T, it's just something that you depleted on, so you won't have brain fog, you have ambition, you have that word you like to say, desire for certain things like sex and stuff like that. So yeah, you did take a steroid. Even if you didn't take it, you're still getting it from the sun. And if your melanin is blocking it, I'm sure if they gave you a prescription to say, yo, you even kids, or you low on vitamin D, I'm gonna give you this prescription, take it. But when it comes
Okay.
to men and TRT, they say, well, we're not gonna give it to you unless you be transgender and stuff like that. And that's what it goes. That's how it
Okay.
goes.
So,
Now,
well,
man,
I get. So, what? I'm trying to follow. What's your point here to all of this? Like, let's wrap it up to make it make. Like, what are you trying? What's the conclusion? What are you trying to get at so we can have a discussion?
No, I was just asking if you ever took a steroid, and you said no. And vitamin D is a steroid hormone.
But I never
It's a
taken
hormone.
vitamin D. I got it from the sun. That's about it. So I mean, that's
Sun, and food and whatever.
yeah, milk and stuff like that. Yeah, the things
And you
that I
said-
eat. But I never took the pill form at all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna get to the point. You said assumption. You assumed that I was talking about steroids, like PEDs. Well,
Physical enhancements. Yeah.
right. So now,
Athletic
let me
enhancements.
ask you this question. Like, when you made that thumbnail with me and it said evil, do you think I'm evil? Do you hate me or something? Because no, I'm asking you because you said hate and evil
Yo, you
is the
funny.
same. No, you said hate and evil is the same, and you said logic is devoid of logic. So when we had that last discussion about desire and lust, you made it sound like I need to find some kind of mythical, pure, or desire dust to put on my penis to get an erection. And I'm saying, no, seriously, because I said I needed lust for my
All
wife,
right.
and you told
So,
me, no, I don't need lust. I need desire. You said
all
lust
right.
is a hard word, and I'm like,
Got it. Let's make it make sense. So, one,
let's
you
make it
came in because I mean you're all over the place. So let's create some order real quick.
I'm trying to get to the assumption because you said I assume. So
Got
I'm
it. Oh,
assuming
it's
that you
it's
hate me.
okay. Nah, man. Listen. So you came in. You wanted to. It's all love,
See,
bro.
that's
You
how you
came
gotta do with you. You gotta say A, and before you get to B, because
before you get to B. Well, I mean. I mean, yeah, I know your type, and you come in here a lot, and you say certain things, which is fair. I don't mind it. So you came in, you asked about vitamin D and if I take any vitamins. Then you moved on to testosterone. Are you going to take any testosterone? That conversation didn't really get anywhere. It's just like, okay, what's your point? What's the conclusion? Then what you really wanted to speak about, real quick, what you. Okay, listen, what you really wanted to speak about. What I respect directness. I respect as men, if we're speaking, we need to be direct with our intentions and what we have on our mind. Females, they'll talk about something else to try to then to get to something else. But men, I bring you in here many times and I respect you. That's why I bring you in. But what I don't respect is you being indirect. I would respect you more if you were direct and got straight to the point like, Cooley, what was the thumbnail about? I disliked the thumbnail. Let's speak about that. Why in the thumbnail did you say evil? Are you thinking that I'm evil? I would have got right to the point. I'm here for all the smoke. Or if it's not any smoke, I'm here to clear up the smoke. You feel what I'm saying? So let's go right to it. First, to get to the point, listen real quick. First, to get to the point, I don't make the thumbnails. I don't make the thumbnails at all. Right? I got my team that make the thumbnails. I got a team that comes up with the title. I have a whole team. I have a whole team where I trust them. The ingredients is already there. Go ahead and make the thumbnails and make the titles because this is our structure of the program. Been doing it for 2 years. So within that, it's a thumbnail of a debate night clip. I don't even care about that. When it gets posted, I see it. Okay, cool. It's doing good numbers, doing bad numbers, whatever numbers is doing. Don't really care anyway. I do the podcast because it's fun for me to do. You get what I'm saying? I like sitting up here talking to people and debating people. It's a passion of mine. So what I'm saying is,
go ahead, you can do what you got to do. Whatever
yeah,
you want to put
I'll go ahead and bring it up. If you want to go ahead and bring up the, I'll share my screen, and because I don't even know what the thumbnail is. So give me a second here.
So I did agree on lust is a sin. I did agree with that. But I asked you,
okay,
I have lust for my wife that was 30 years. You said, no, I'm doing it wrong. Now, I'm in a marriage for 30 years. You're not. So I made it. I also, let me explain.
Okay.
No, don't.
So, well, no, I'm bringing up, I just bring up the thumbnail. Let me go ahead and bring up the thumbnail so the audience can see it too. Because I'm going to I'm going to share my YouTube and we can go through it together real quick.
If I looked at that thumbnail,
All right, let's see.
This man is evil. That's what I would have said. I would say, oh man, let's see what this evil man is talking about. So your team, you never went and looked at the thumbnail and say, well, you know what, that's a little extreme. You know, let's just say
I mean, you know,
void of knowledge or something like that. Because I was asking, I said, you could win the debate. I was just trying to get some knowledge. So now, fair enough. They went to evil. I'm not okay. And everything. In that video,
so let me go ahead and bring up the thumbnail real quick, man.
Well, bring it up, but at the end of the day, let me speak. Because at the end of the day, we was talking about lust for your wife, not a fornicator lust that's single or is in a relationship with a common law wife. That was one. We was talking about what am I doing wrong if I have lust for my married woman that I've been with 30 years.
All right, man. All right, we got you. Let me show the thumbnail real quick. Okay, so the thumbnail is this guy's still talking. All right, so where was it? It was when? What clip was it? It is in debate nights. No, it's in clips. Should be in clips. And where is it? No, it's probably in debate night.
Debate night. Scroll down one more level.
Nah, I don't even see it. Where is it at? Let's go to videos. Oh, here we go. All right, so the thumbnail just shows, it's right here, chat. It shows pure evil. That's what it's showing. It's pure evil. So in that conversation, when I'm speaking, I'm saying it's pure evil. And you asked me when you came on, your question was, do you think I'm evil? So this is what females kind of do, man. Like when you bring them, when you have a discussion with them and you're speaking about, they think that you're speaking about them, where I'm not speaking about you. The thumbnail isn't speaking about you. The thumbnail is speaking about masturbation being pure evil. So no, my clip guy, he did a great job. It wasn't trying to downplay you in the thumbnail at all. So, but I think that your interpretation of viewing the thumbnail thought that you took out the it's, and I guess how you viewed it, you put in he's pure evil. No, it says it's pure evil. Heated debate on masturbation. Is it a sin? No one's running here. You just lied. You just lied, bro.
No.
I never called you evil. My team never called you evil.
When I said you're running, I'm saying you keep talking, and you giving me the fluff talk. I'm telling you.
No, it's no fluff talk. It's being honest.
Okay, great. If somebody saw it and said, yo, this guy called you evil, and another person said they called you evil, brother saying, yo, this guy called you evil, and then they look at it and they say, okay, I understand where he's coming from. The first thing is the thumb. It's like reading the fine print. The fine print is small. Come on, man. Let's stop.
But the thumbnail does not say he is evil. The thumbnail says it's evil. It's pure evil. It's not talking about you, man. I think you in your feelings, bro. You good, bro? Chillax.
No, I'm not in my feelings.
I think you are, man.
I'm trying to say that we all know when we look at thumbnails, it's clickbait, and we try to get people to come in and say, okay, what's evil? Okay, maybe he's evil, depending on the perception of what somebody's thinking. So if I have 5 people say, yo, this guy called you evil, and they look at the video, well, that's their problem that they didn't look at the video. Now I gotta say, yo, look at the video, because at the end of the day, he's not calling me evil. You see where I'm coming from now? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean, but I feel you. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. There is no one else's fault if someone looks at a thumbnail and reads something that it didn't say. That's not no one's fault, bro. So that's how it is sometimes, man. Like a thumbnail, it'd be a caption on a thumbnail, and someone could insinuate or assume something that it's actually not. But nah, man, it's all love over here. But listen, y'all, I got some more callers in here, man, that I want to get up. Yo, let's get to that another time, man. Let's get to that another time. I want to get some more callers in here, man. I appreciate the discussion, though, brother. Another time, for sure.
Yeah, and you're gonna ask me the type.
No, just remember, whatever you want to debate about, I'll bring you up. You could come right in. Just get to the point. Be direct, man.
If you're making me sound like I'm special, like I gotta type in something where you don't have to ask anybody else.
No, so Scott. So, and here's another thing that females do. They think they're always looking for things. Did I call you a female? No. I did not. Listen, this is what I'm trying to teach you something. This is what females do. They're looking for things. Listen, they're looking for things that's unequal. This is why they like egalitarianism. This is why they're attracted to egalitarianism. This is why they're attracted to feminism, because it's trying to equalize everything. You came on stream and you're looking for like, you know, why do I have to write in private chat but others don't? Bro, the reason why I shouldn't even have to explain myself, but I'll explain to the chat, not to you. When there's people that I bring up on debate night that came in multiple times, I want to give other people a chance to speak. So if you've been in here multiple times, I'm going to say, hey, hit the private chat and let me know what you want to debate about. I'll either prioritize you, or since you've been in here a while, I'll get someone else up before you. You get what I'm saying? But you think that the world revolves around you like how females do, and you think think that that you should have some equalness in here. It doesn't work like that, bro. No, I'm calm. I'm just letting you know, man.
Talk, bro. Just now you told me you don't have to do that next time. So what are you telling me now?
I just said that when you come in. No, you're not listening. I said when you come in, what I would respect is I'll bring you right up. You don't have to write in a private chat next time, but when you come in, I will respect you if you are direct and get right to the point. Don't do no backdoor teen mom stuff, man. But yo,
there you go
good discussion. Have a blessed one. This guy's sick cat funny. All right, let's get some more people in here. Yo, turn on your camera. What is his name? Talk sick, yo. Your camera was just on. I see it off, but turn on your camera and I'll bring you on up. Camera must be on. Anyone else that wants to join debate night, come on in. It's the first link in the YouTube description, or it's the pinned link in a live comment. Click that link. I got you. I'll bring you on up. You can be a caller just like him if you came in before and you like, man, cool, yeah, I don't like the way you was handling stuff, or I think it's unfair. Click that link so you can get this work too. Click the link. Class is in session today. Like this, it's a thing about masculinity. It speaks volumes, and you can just know where someone lacks masculinity on a lot of fronts, because I literally had to teach him some things, which is okay. Get the game. He should get the game, and the people watching should get this game too. If you are always thinking that the world revolves around you, you are going to always look at things and find where maybe you're being treated unfairly. Maybe you're who's like oppressing you. It's gonna create this victim mindset, internal victim mindset, and you're gonna come on live stream like, well, why do I have to go to the private chat? Or you're gonna come in being indirect and not getting right to the point. Like, men are direct. Like, why are you acting like a female and not speaking direct and getting to the point? Chat, please pick up some game here. Pick up some game. Okay, we got Anthony Wilson sends him $5. Dude, sensible. Wow. Who care what anothermo thinks about you? Okay. We got okay. Shout out to let me give a big shout out, man. We got to give a big shout out real quick because he be in here gifting memberships. I believe is it Trav? No, it's Juan Martinez. Shout out to Juan Martinez. Let's give a shout out to him. He done gifted 5 memberships today. Shout out to you, Juan, gifting those 5 memberships. Everyone that got the membership from Juan, welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. Enjoy all the perks when it comes to the membership. And then also, you can go ahead and hit me up via Instagram. Talk to me directly. If you got any questions, you got any input for the podcast, for debate night, or input for the girls show, let me know. If they're good ideas, I'll go ahead and incorporate your ideas into the show. Also, if you see these clips that I react to in the beginning of the podcast, those are all from the supporters, either members or people that's really locked in with me and supporting. They're like fans of mine, and they're always sending me things, and then I'll finally get to it like, oh, okay, this is a good one, I'll use it. So they're all clips from supporters. So yeah, man, the membership is dope. Also, you get all the background scene footage when I kick out some girls. I know a lot of the members I think we have 2 or 1 background scene footage right now for the members, but we got some more that we're going to be uploading too, just so you can see the lifestyle, what happens backstage. And I mean, not much. I'll be doing stuff with the cameras, but Ease be chilling with the shorties, talking to them and stuff like that. So you get to see what goes on backstage, but then also you get to see when we kick out a chick and behind the scenes and everything when a woman gets kicked off and stuff like that. So join the membership, bro. It's dope. And then also join the membership if you want to continue watching the podcast, because this type of content, it's not mainstream, right? It's not mainstream. I don't have a paywall up like all of these other content creators and make you click on this and click there to get my content. No hate to them. They're doing what they're doing, but it's just all on YouTube. So Join the membership, and the people that got gifted a membership, make sure you renew your membership from Juan Martinez. All right, let's get the next caller up. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name, where you from. All right, that was quick. Yo, can you hear me? Yo, welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and where you from. Is your audio on? My man, unprepared. I can't hear you, so make sure you turn your audio on. What homie had in his pocket? A knife or some scissors or something? Yo, can you hear me? All right. So go back, listen to the stream. You may have to exit out of the stream and then come back in. I'll go ahead and kick you out, but bring up the stream again and come back in and make sure your audio is on. All right. Booted him out real quick. All right, everyone on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. We closing down a Facebook stream. Come on over to YouTube at No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. We are closing down a Facebook stream now. All right. Go ahead and close that down. Also, anyone that wants to join the stream, go ahead and click the first link in the YouTube description or the link that's pinned in a comment, and I'll bring you on up. Close down a Facebook stream real quick. Yo, 3K on Facebook. Yo, Facebook views, and y'all never come over too. Y'all ain't gonna come over. I don't know why. If I can convert all of my Facebook live viewers over to YouTube, bro, my YouTube live stream would be crazy popping. Crazy popping. Could be maybe the days that I go live on. Wednesdays and Sundays. May have to switch up the days maybe. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Chat, let me know. Let me know if y'all like the Sundays and Wednesdays live streaming where I react to content and I bring up people to do debate night. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all like Sundays and Wednesdays. Put a 2 in the chat if you want another day. Also, let me know, because I do the girl streams, the panel of ladies on Fridays. Let me know if you would prefer another day other than Friday. The reason why we chose Friday is because, you know, a lot of these chicks got kids and, you know, they be working, and, you know, Friday, like that Friday, them days where they either gonna go out, they're gonna go on a date, they're gonna do something. So it's like, well, you want to come on a podcast. It's just something else for them to choose from. But we started off when we were doing a podcast on Thursdays. Man, it was tough getting chicks to come on Thursdays. Super, super tough. And also we tried Tuesdays as well. It was tough getting them on Tuesdays, and Mondays that's just a no-brainer. It's gonna be hard to get them. Man, we are in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. We ain't in Miami, we ain't in Vegas, we ain't in Houston, we ain't in none of them big cities. So we ain't in Philly, you know what I'm saying? So we got to work with what you got out here. All right, let's try this again and bring him on up. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and where you from.
Hey man, my name's Ari. I'm from Vancouver, Canada.
Vancouver, Canada. Okay. You currently live there now?
Yeah, but I was dual citizen born in Washington State.
Got you. What are you here to debate about?
Well, it depends on the full story of that lady having to choose between her husband and children. I missed the beginning of that. Now, were they his children as well, or just hers?
It was a hypothetical. So in that clip, the hypothetical is assuming that it's their children.
Oh. Yeah, wouldn't she wouldn't have time to even make that decision? Wouldn't a man should already be jumping for them kids as is? Wouldn't it be? Like,
Yeah, you could. Yeah, so the hypothetical was specific where, it's like the husband and a child is in the ocean, and who are you going to save, the husband or the child? Like, I guess they're drowning. I can't remember, but they're in a situation where it's life or death. Who you going to save, your husband or your child? She chose to save her husband. I put in an assertion and said that if she has the ability to ask the husband, then allow the husband to make the final decision and to give guidance to say, hey, save me or save our child. That's what I stated. But if there's not asking any questions, and if it's just life or death situation, who should the woman save? The logical answer is what she stated is, I'll save my husband because I could always make more babies. That's what she said.
She couldn't physically save her husband. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's another thing too. Like, well, can you physically grab your husband? Now, if it's all fair, and we're saying like we're going average height as a man, average weight as a man, he's 5'8", minimum of 180 maybe. It's gonna be hard for her to save him.
He's trying to go for the kids too.
Extremely hard. But okay, was that all you were calling in for? You had no other specific topics or anything that you wanted to debate about?
No, I mean, you and I've been watching your stuff and pretty much on the same page. It's kind of hard.
Cool.
I mean, one interesting thing would be that the Terrence Howard and in nature, 1 × 1 can't equal 1.
Terrence Howard, 1 × 1 can't equal 1.
Got my head spinning for a second on that one.
Okay.
But that's an interesting one. But I don't know what your views on that, or if you even watched him on that.
I'll be honest. I really didn't pay too much attention to the whole Terrence Howard thing. I know he went on Rogan and then he went against someone that debated them that, I guess caught him in some logical fallacies or proved some of his points wrong. I'd never watched the whole thing, so I can't give a good observation on that because I didn't watch it. But listen, man, I appreciate the call. If you don't have anything you want to debate about, then I appreciate the support greatly, and have a blessed day, my man.
Hey, you too, brother.
All right, man. Have a good one. All right. Cool. Slow debate night, man. People don't want to smoke. You don't want to smoke no more. No more locked doors. From Friday. See, a lot of y'all ain't watch Friday After Next. No, that was next Friday, actually, when he was no more locked doors. Y'all don't want to smoke no more. People don't want to smoke, man. Click that link, join the stream. And let's get busy. Be about that action, man. A lot of haters be in the comments like, Cooley, I disagree with that. Cooley, what you talking about? A lot of you black feminists. A lot of you race hustlers. It's a lot of people in general. I see y'all in the comments sometimes. Occasionally I'll go in there and look. I'm like, okay, a lot of low IQ people in here. Why don't you guys join debate night so you can get obliterated? But guess y'all don't want to smoke, man. I guess y'all do not want to smoke. All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and wind down if we don't got no more people coming in here. Going to go ahead and wind down the stream. Unless y'all want me to react to some more stuff. It's still a early night. I guess I can get a few more things to react to, give y'all my perspective on some stuff. If you have a clip that you want me to react to, you could send a link, in my social media, right on Instagram. And since I have it up, I'll pull it right up and I'll get to it. Or you can just let me type in the comments, send in a super chat. It's like, 'cause in a regular comments, I'm not going to see it, but send in the chat, say, hey, react to this. All right. Let's see. Let me go ahead and check real quick if we got any links that y'all send to me, anything y'all want me to react to. Or maybe I could find something. Let's see. See what we got. And check real quick if we got it. Okay, maybe this is a okay clip. Some pulled up on a shade room. If y'all have any clips in mind, let me know. Make it a thing. We go in a coolie house. What you mean? That's funny. Okay, let's see. Got a clip for y'all. Anthony Wilson sends him $5. React to LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. What happened with that? LeBron and Stephen A. Smith? Okay, let me see if I can find a clip of it. Let's check YouTube real quick. LeBron. I gotta just proof it and make sure it doesn't have any music. I found it here. Okay. And then we got Stephen A. All right, I could pull up something here. Let's see. Since you sent in a 5 and you supporting, I'll give a reaction. Go ahead and share my screen. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right one. Okay, yup. We do it live, chat. We do it live. All right. See what we got right here. Okay, that's all it was. So LeBron looks like he's confronting Stephen A. Smith, a much shorter man. LeBron is towering over him with a mean look on his face, shaking his head. Like, yeah, giving him that look. Let's go to Stephen A.'s reaction.
About the Lakers, that's about LeBron, not Bronny. Bronny wanted to get drafted by any NBA team. He wanted to hear his name. It was LeBron that wanted him as his teammate. What I'm saying to you is, if LeBron had rolled up on me, all he had to say, because I said this to Rich Paul when Rich Paul called me, if you had called me and said, Bron pissed off, he wants to see you man to man, I said, what would I have done? Rich Paul said, you'd have hung up the phone and you'd flew to LA. I said, thank you. Rather than come up to me at courtside, all you had to do was say, yo, I need you to see you after the game. You didn't do that. You said you with my son. No, I wasn't. I was talking about you. It wasn't about your son. I know he's number 55. I know he got work to do. Yeah. I believe that he got the potential. And by the way, I'm rooting for him. I ain't rooting against nobody. But I was talking about your You did this. Number one, we know I'm right. Number two, we know the perspective that I'm coming from is real and it's authentic. Number three, he set this up. Number four, all you had to do was tell me. Respectfully, excuse my language. That's when we're talking about.
Okay, well, I mean, depending on their relationship of LeBron and Stephen A., if they have some cordial relationship, then yeah, the respectable thing would be for LeBron to, you know, hit him up privately, like, yo, I don't really like the things that you're saying about me or my son, et cetera, et cetera. You know, what's up? Let's talk about this privately. As a man, that's how I think you should do it. But if they don't have that close relationship, then, you know, LeBron approaching him, hey, that's what it's going to be. If you are out here speaking about other people, bruh, you gonna be approached. You got to be man enough to handle having a nigga step to you. It is what it is. I'm blickied up all day long. A nigga approach me, okay, totally fine. You hear me talking about maybe one of your females or some chick you was dating that was on my podcast, cool, go ahead and approach me. It is what it is. Easy gonna catch this fade. But I mean, their situation is a little bit different. LeBron approached him because that's his son, and you know, I still think that I really didn't watch too much of it. Like, I don't know if Stephen A. was talking wild about LeBron's son, Bronny. Stephen A. in this clip, he said that he wasn't. He said he was more so coming at you, LeBron. He wasn't really coming at your son. But LeBron, you approached him and you said, hey, stop talking about my son. But if Stephen A. wasn't really talking about your son, he was more so talking about you, then it is what it is. Also, for LeBron James, man, he's too sensitive. Why are you being so sensitive? You are in a business where everyone is critiquing you all the time, bro. Like, and your son, don't try to step in to protect your son. Your job as a father is to build your son up so he can be your replacement. You're supposed to be raising your son so he can replace the man you are. How can your son replace you when you're fighting his battles? Hey, don't be talking about my son. No. Get your son out there to work harder on the court to garner the respect of these commentators. If you that's what you want as a father. Any father, you should want your child to be better than you on all regards. Now, is Bronny going to be better than LeBron? Heck no. Heck nah. He ain't going to be better than LeBron. Heck no. But he may not be better than you on the court. But you still would want your son to be a better man than you are, because we are all flawed individuals. So if we procreate and have a son, we definitely want the best for our son, and we want our son to be the better version than us. So even if Bronny can't be the better version of you on the court, allowing him to fight his own battles will allow him to be a better man than you are, to get some calluses on his skin, you know, to get a little more tougher. So that's my perspective on it. It isn't much. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't even really be watching sports like that. Like, I watch boxing more than anything. If y'all want to send me some boxing clips to react to, we'll get down with the boxing clips. But as far as, you know, the whole Stephen A. and Bron, like, I mean, I seen Bronny playing like a game or two. I seen some clips, and, you know, I mean, it is what it is. He ain't like that yet. I mean, it's okay. He made it to the league. Now, is he worthy? Is he a product of nepotism? Yeah, he's a product of nepotism. For sure, you know, product of nepotism. He's a product of, you know, your father is in the NBA, and now LeBron is the man in the NBA. Gets respect from the entire league. So, you know, he's a product of some nepotism. But does Bronny have the skills? I mean, he got the skills to do college, D1, and maybe being a G League, but being an NBA, I didn't see too much from him. So I'm not the right person to really ask, but I mean, as we're seeing, he's not really making the cut anyway. So what Stephen A is saying must be valid, must be truthful. But okay, that's my reaction to it. Since you paid the bucks, I'm gonna give you my reaction to that. Let's stop sharing that. But anyone else wants me to give any reactions, send in a cheese and I'll give a reaction. We got okay, my bad, Nigel. I see your super chat now. Nigel sends in $5. He says, hey, I'm a new subscriber to this channel. I love your content. Would you ever collab with Myron Gaines? He tends to agree with almost everything you say. Then there's a comment under this from Murph Ray says, a collab with Myron would not benefit his channel at all. If anything, he might get in trouble for hosting him. Nah, I wouldn't get in trouble for hosting Myron. This guy funny. Yeah, man, I'll collab with Myron from Fresh and Fit. Why not, man? You know, in the same space, the red pill space, the manosphere space. You know, if we're being honest, Fresh and Fit kind of started it all when bringing on chicks and being honest and real to them. They pretty much started that. Did other podcasts like 8 at the Table do it way before Fresh and Fit by having women on a podcast and men, which is right in Jersey where I'm from? Yeah, so I seen 8 at the Table, you know, way before Fresh and Fit. I'm not sure if it was way before, but maybe a little bit before. I know that they were out. So, but as far as red pill talking points and a manosphere, you got to give it to Fresh and Myron from Fresh and Fit. They are the originators. They are Coca-Cola. They are Coca-Cola. Everyone's trying to be Pepsi and trying to be close. And trust me, man, it's hard out here. You got whatever podcast are doing their thing too. But yeah, man, shout out to all the red pill content creators that's doing their thing. I've collabed with a few people in a red pill space, and you know, the guys that I met, from all the people that I've met, genuine people, good vibes, honest stand-up people. Haven't met Myron and Fresh yet or anything like that, but yeah, man, I'm open to collaborating with anybody. I'll be honest, I'll be busy. I do other stuff other than the podcast. But if we can ever get into communication, we can definitely work out something. I'll definitely try to make it happen for y'all, for sure. Y'all been asking for it for a while. For a while, y'all been asking for it too. So if we can actually get into communication with them and actually speak with them, then we should have the ability. The probability will be extremely high to make that go down. Yeah. All right, cool. We got, from my standpoint, I think it will be high. From theirs, who knows? I don't know. I've never spoken to him. We got, let's see here. Nigel again, he says about the chat. We got Mike Young sends in $5. React to Jesse Lee Peterson versus Lisa Bloom talking about P. Diddy. Okay. Let's see. All right, so some of my supporters watch Jesse Lee Peterson. That's funny. All right. Okay, let me just proof it real quick and make sure no music is in these clips, because sometimes if I play a clip, it can be music in it and I'll get hit with a copyright strike. So give me 1 second before I play it. Okay, let's go here. Okay, I could just go to his channel and play it. And this was a month ago. Okay. Feminist attorney storms off, Lisa Bloom. All right, I'll just, it's 37 minutes. I'm not going to react to the whole thing, but I'll skim through it and see what we can get. I got y'all, chat. It's blown. What are civil rights? Okay, that's Lisa. Give me a timestamp. If you have a timestamp on this that you want me to react to, Mike Young, you don't have to send in a super chat. Just send in a regular chat. And if you have a timestamp, that'll work out better. Okay, Shorty stormed off. I'm just skimming through it real quick. Looks like Shorty stormed off in the end. But if there's a specific point, go to the main chat real quick. Hold up. Let's see. All right, we'll get to a little bit of it real quick. Let's go with, I think this is a good starting point. I'm going to share my screen now to y'all. I got y'all, chat. I got y'all. Want me to give a reaction? I got you. Okay, let's go. You know what? Let's do it this way. Go ahead and change the background. Why is it like that? Guess that should look better. They don't have an all black background. God dang, how you don't have an all black background? All right. All right, yeah, that should look better. That should look better for y'all. Restream updated, man. It's all new. It's all new. All right, let's get to this clip. But if you have a timestamp, someone throw it in the chat. Let me see. Short clip about 12 minutes. Short clip about 12 minutes about Diddy. Okay, short clip about 12 minutes. Let me see if I can find that one. Hold up. It's in clips. Let me go to this page. Go to videos. Okay, this one. All right, I got it. Skip over that part. Here we go. Here we go. We got it. All right, let's get into it.
Diddy should go to prison for life or something like that.
I think what I said was, I think he is going to be in prison for life. He's currently in prison, and the criminal case against him, in my opinion, is quite strong.
Really? And I don't know anything about the case. I'm only going by the media, so I can't say who's right or who's wrong in it because I haven't spoken to Diddy yet, so I don't know, right? Or the accusers.
Fair enough.
Why do you think? Because we know that women lie about sex and they lie on men. Not that I don't know if these women are lying, but we know that because of the hatred that women have for men.
Look at her face to that, yo. Her face was. Wait, what? Women lie?
Men are jealous of men. It's so easy for women to falsely accuse men. They can get mad.
Yo, look at her face. And you know, the funny thing is when you speak like this as a man, you speak very direct and you're speaking like you're affirming all of the things that you're saying as if it is 100% true, like is objective. And also you're speaking general, but you have a person across from you that it's very hard for them to like think in generalities. So anytime you're speaking like that, they think that you're speaking specifically about them. Remember when I had that dude on the stream and he was like, yo, Cooley, you know, you're being like why do I have to go into the private chat? Like, that's not fair. Like, he's looking for like this equalness about things. That's because he thinks that I'm like, singling him out. Like, he's the only one that has to, write in a private chat to get on up to debate me, because he thinks the world revolves around him. He lacks the ability to think like in general terms. Now, you need the ability to do both, but when you can only do one, you'll suffer. And usually females in general, they only usually do one. They lack the ability of thinking in generalities. They really don't understand it. So when you're speaking, even if you say most, or if you say some, they still think that you're speaking about them. They don't even, like, most women, me? I said most. Are you most? You may not be in most. You could be an exception, you stupid whore. God dang, shut up. I'm speaking in general. Her face can't handle in general conversations. She's a radical feminist right off the bat. God dang, should we even watch more? But I'm interested now. Let's see.
They could be having sex with you and get up out of bed and get mad at you before they hit the floor, and they'll say you sexually harassed them or raped them and all kind of mess. Why would you trust women when you know that when they're crying, they're lying?
Wow. You sound very misogynist.
What do you mean?
You sound like you really hate women.
So right off the bat, instead of her answering his question, she goes to insult him. She goes to project her view of him and say, hey, you sound like you really hate women. You sound like, she goes to shaming him instead of answering the question. She could have answered the question, even if she was like, really didn't understand the thinking in general thing. She could have said, well, hey, Jesse, that's not all women, but I do understand that some women can operate in the way that you said, where they can actually abuse men and abuse the power that other men give them, as far as with the whole Me Too movement thing and stuff like that. And some women definitely do lie and make false accusations on men. That is true. But specifically, we're speaking about this here, and evidence shows that this, like, she could have took it there and answered the question, but she didn't. She went straight to insults and shaming him. Insults and shaming him.
Because you think women are crying, they're lying, and
Have
all
you
this.
noticed that when
So
they're crying,
I would love to respond to what you said.
So why didn't you respond to what he said? Why did you insult him and shame him and call him a misogynist? Why did you do that? And right off the bat, it's just a logical fallacy, and that is ad hominem. So the ad hominem fallacy is where they try to create confusion, not argue the point, and so they'll attack you personally. Again, instead of answering the question or arguing the point that he's making, they'll just attack you personally. Like, god dang, no one's talking about me anyway. This is my idea. Just attack the argument. Attack my idea. Don't attack me, you stupid whore.
Well, the FBI says that their false accusations of rape are about 2 or 3%, just as like for any other crime.
And college women lie on the guys.
Okay, and rape is really an epidemic in this country. In the case of, for example,
epidemic, this shorty crazy. If it's an epidemic, you wouldn't be safe. Well, maybe you would be safe. You're old and wrinkled. But if it was an epidemic, god dang, chicks wouldn't be safe out here. And that's not the case. There's men with bad intentions that do bad things, just like there's women with bad intentions that do bad things. But men protect women and other men from the bad guys. That's just a fact. We're in a first world country, America. We live in a great society where rape isn't prevalent. It's not happening as this weird lady would say it's happening.
Jeffrey Epstein, he had hundreds and hundreds of accusers. You think he's innocent? You think these women are lying? In some cases...
I don't know if they're lying or not, but I wouldn't just believe them, knowing how easy it is for women to lie.
I'm not suggesting that you should just believe people.
So argue that point.
people who make an accusation. I'm an attorney. I have to prove my case in court.
Right.
Okay? So it's not like they just go out in the media and say something and they have to be believed. It's true that everybody deserves due process. But in the case of Sean Combs, I mean, there are allegations that there are videos, there are photos, and there are at least a couple dozen people already who have come forward making very serious accusations against him.
Right.
There's the criminal case, which the government would only bring if they think they can prove every element beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right.
So, but the last thing I want to say is that if you think it's easy for someone to come forward with an accusation against somebody like Sean Combs, you really haven't sat down and listened to accusers who talk about how painful and difficult it is, how they live with this for years, how they're terrified, how they're afraid of violence, how they think there have been acts of violence against other accusers. It's an extraordinarily difficult and brave thing for an accuser to come forward.
But that's why I say.
So, and like, here's the other thing, right? Like, she's saying, like, an accuser, it's very hard for an accuser to come forward. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. It's a hard thing to do. That's a lie. That is a lie. It's not a hard thing to do. It's the most simplest thing to do ever. What? So chicks do it all the time. What are you talking about? The thing is this. Prime example. Women do it all the time. They all talk amongst one another all the time. Here's an example. You ever in a relationship with a chick and you're talking to another chick and they claim that they're all woman friendly and they like, oh, I'm standing up for other women and all of this. But once the chick finds out you got a girl or something like that, you know, guys be cheating and doing things. And if another chick finds out that the man is cheating, or if another chick finds out that the guy has a girlfriend, she'll hop right into the chick's DMs. She'll go right to that girl, not giving no 2 cents about the other girl's feelings. Like, do you know that you hopping in this other girl's DMs or approaching this other woman and telling her that, hey, I'm sleeping with your husband? Do you know how that's going to be very detrimental and hurt her? Right? Girls don't have no shame in trying to, you know, stand up for women's feelings. But when it comes to when a chick is fat or when it comes to when a girl is ugly, oh yeah, they'll protect, they'll you know, they'll coddle the truth then. Oh, well, you know, I want to protect how she feels. I don't want to shame her. I don't want to, you know, hurt this woman. So let me lie to her and tell her, no, girl, you look beautiful in that dress. No, girl, that makeup is fine on you. They'll lie all the time. Women are very flip-floppy, but when it comes to that man, that husband that you were just sleeping with, you telling a wife, they real quick to tell the wife. They don't care about the wife emotions at all. They'll go ahead and tell on the freaking husband, like, oh, your husband was cheating. So I say that to say, when she's speaking about, oh, these victims going forward and they're in this emotional state and they don't want to come forth and speak the truth, that's a lie. Chicks do it all the time when they sleep with someone's husband. They go ahead and tell the wife, like, oh, girl, he was doing this and this, that, and the third. And guess what? They only do it when a husband is done messing with the side chick. Oh, man, I'm done messing with you. Then they'll do it to get revenge. They'll do it to be conniving. They'll do it to get at the man, to put him in a bad situation, and I guess in his marriage or his life. So no, man, victims, it's very simple. If someone hurt you, bruh, how many times in school, let's just go back. So that was one example of a relationship one, right? Let's just go in school now, how simple it is, how easy it is for victims to say things. We all know that there are, why do we call them in, elementary school, tattletale? Oh, don't be a tattletale. The tattletales tell everything, and mostly they be chicks telling on everybody, everything. Oh, this person, Brian just said this about me. Oh, these girls was doing that. Oh, this person hit me. They're very quick to tell the teacher. So even when they was a victim of something, they're very quick to go ahead and spill all the beans to try to get that other person in trouble. That's the fact. Now, okay. Are there certain circumstances where someone is in a state of rumination because they've been a victim of something and they haven't had the emotional capacity to come out of this traumatized state, so they don't know which way to go. Should they tell someone something or should they not tell someone something because they don't want to be shamed for it, vice versa? Well, what I'm saying is, when a woman is telling on another man's husband, she doesn't care about being shamed for being a whore. Yeah, chick, you're going to be shamed for being a whore. If a chick got raped or something like that, oh, well, I don't want to be shamed and I don't want to tell this and be shamed for, being called a whore in that situation. Oh, well, it's okay for you being called a whore in this situation, but not a whore in that situation. God dang, which one is it, girl? Make up your mind. So, no, this whole believe all women type stuff is garbage, is trash. You don't believe all women. You don't believe nobody. What you believe is the facts, the proof, the evidence. Accusations is one thing. Now, we ain't excusing Diddy from doing the things that he is accused of, which from my observation is a higher probability he's just a sexual deviant. We do already have on camera that he was definitely dragging Cassie around, which is OD wild. But in regards to the other stuff, you got to let that play out in court. We're not really sure about all these other allegations, really, besides the Cassie thing. We know that, he did that, but he already paid her off. But that's not what he in court for. So all of this other stuff is truly just allegations right now. Now, do we believe that Diddy is Fruity Pebbles, Fruity Loops? Most likely Diddy is Fruity Loops. God dang, yeah, Diddy, you a cupcake dog. You out here playing with booties. You a booty bandit, Diddy. You are a booty bandit. So the phrase no Diddy would always stick. It's no Diddy forever over here. But in regards to all the other stuff, I mean, it's allegations, homie. It's allegations. Let's continue on.
When they're crying, I'm not talking about any particular case because I don't know, but when they're doing that, they're lying.
Another thing is, it's a emotional manipulation, and women use this like it's their number one power. It's their number one superpower when it comes to weak individuals and susceptible individuals. They just use emotional manipulation, and a lot of the Me Too movement do this. Now, are there victims out there, true victims, that people actually raped them or did traumatizing things to them? Yeah, those guys should go to jail forever. Matter of fact, probably get the death penalty. If it was up to me, man, listen, I don't tolerate any dudes that's putting their hands on females or abusing a woman or sexually, physically, anything. No, I hope the worst happens to you. You deserve everything coming. But there are those false accusations that be wild. There are those false accusations that be wild. You feel me? Isn't it Emmett Till? Isn't that the name? Emmett Till, 14-year-old African who was adopted and lynched. The story was family visiting. Yeah, Emmett, god dang, Emmett, black people, if you know anything, we know that these chicks be lying. A white woman was lying on Emmett Till. I believe, that is the story of Emmett Till. Yeah, it was, let's see. Oh, he was just allegedly whistling at a white woman, and homie got hung for it. Allegedly whistling. God dang. So that white woman lied about, we got history proof from 1955 that chicks just be lying. They'll lie for, listen, you ain't even got to do nothing. They'll just say if you did whistle at her. Like, god dang, chick, I just whistled at you. You telling everybody? Leave it alone. You know these crackers gonna be after me. These KKK members gonna be after me. Just save my life for once. But it was all a lie. He was 14 years old and he didn't actually even whistle at the chick. It was all a lie, and homie got hung for no reason. So we know even all the way back from 1955, something that's on record, and it's been going on since the beginning of time. Chicks been lying, but god dang, a grown woman lied on a 14-year-old African-American boy. Oh man, so we supposed to just be believing everything chicks are saying? This is why these feminists, man, it's just pathetic. Let's continue on.
Because what I noticed.
Why would you assume that? Why would you assume that someone's lying? Why not give her a fair hearing?
Well, that's what
and
I'm
also,
saying.
Oh, wait. Why would you assume that? Why would you assume that someone is lying? Wait. Reverse. Why would I assume that someone is telling the truth? Why would I assume that someone is telling the truth? Shouldn't we give that person that's being accused something fair trial? Like, come on now. We could just reverse it right back on you. This is why the entire feminist worldview is flimsy. It's just easy to destroy.
give him a fair hearing.
I wouldn't take either one of their sides, you know.
Okay, but you don't say he's lying. You're saying the women are lying. You've said that several times.
Because I know so many cases where women are lied on men, wives lie on husbands when they want to take the children away from the man.
Wow.
They just start crying, Judge, he touched the kids in the wrong way. Or he raped me. Or they just throw the lies out there and then they cry. And I know they're lying. You agree with that at least?
It sounds like you're not in perfect peace right now. You sound very angry at women, and you sound very disparaging of women. Maybe you've had some...
So here she goes to shame, insult, and shame him again. Instead of attacking his argument about, he said he gave his observation. My observation from what Jesse said, from what I observe, these chicks be lying. They lie about this, they lie about that. Instead of her attacking his argument, well, let's get into some specifics here. What do you mean by lying? What did they lie on? What was the situation? Let's speak about why maybe you have this. She would think that it's a skewed observation, so she could say, let's talk about why you have this skewed observation of all women, or most women, or some women. So instead of attacking the argument, she goes right to attacking him, because these feminists and these liberals, these left-wing people, they lack IQ. They have low IQ. Actually, some of them are actually high IQ. What they truly lack is empathy. They claim that they have empathy. They truly claim they're empathy warriors, actually, if you think about it, because they're always looking at the disenfranchised and, this person is a victim and, this exception to some rule. They're always looking at these things. So they claim to be empathetic. That isn't empathy, because you're still only looking at one side of it, buddy. Empathy is the ability to view the world outside of your own box and put yourself in someone else's shoes. Not just someone else, but multiple, like this person and that person's shoes. You know what empathy is, really? Empathy is this. When a shooting happens and a cop shoot and kill someone, the liberals, the left wing, they'll say, well, you just killed an innocent man. This their arguments. You just killed an innocent man. He wasn't doing anything. He didn't deserve that. You know, they're looking at one side of it. They're putting themselves in the shoes of the victim, they would say, or who they think is the victim in that situation. But then they never put their shoes. They never put themselves in the shoes of the person that's being accused. Well, this cop is doing his job. He has a job to do. This cop is making, decisions at a split second. This cop also has a family to get home to. This cop, well, let's be fair here, and let's, be empathetic here. And let's view it objectively instead of always rooting for who you think the victim is. So that's true empathy. But these left-wing pundits, they don't truly have empathy. They just go to look at the disenfranchised, and truthfully, they have an agenda. And it's low aperture. But anyways, let's continue on.
Bad experiences with women. Maybe some women have accused you, Jesse.
And so if that's the case with the women that are accusing the men, they have had bad experiences, so they just accused the men?
No, there's very few men who talk the way you do. You're definitely a misogynist based on what you just said.
So are these women misogynists?
Sorry?
Are those women who are accusing men, are they misogynists?
That's not a word.
I just made it up.
Misandrous, Jesse. It's misandrous.
think androgynous. No, I don't know.
She don't even know the word. God dang, I'm smarter than both of them. It's misandrous. That's what it is. You got misogyny, and then you have misandry. So that's where the woman hates the man. Misogyny is when the man hates the woman. She said, I don't know what word she said.
The androgynous is different.
She said androgynous. What the heck is she talking about?
I don't know what the word is, but the way that you talk about women generally is very sexist and hateful. I have to tell you, to say that women are liars.
But that's the thing. She never answered the question. So what he was trying to say, I guess he couldn't get it out. I'll say it for you, Jesse. He was trying to say, listen, so the woman that falsely accused men of doing these heinous crimes like rape and essay and all of these things, they falsely accuse, they lie on these men. Are these women misandrous? Do these women hate men? If he would have said that and got it out, I would love to hear her answer, because I'm like 99% sure her answer would be no, they're just, they're just women. Like, she'll like try the hardest not to hold women accountable for anything. So I'm curious about what her answer would have been if he would have got that question out accurately.
As a group, yeah. So you sound like you've got some issues with women. It's probably why you're single.
So if women believe that men are lying, are they having issue with men?
I don't hear any women say all men are lying.
I didn't say all.
Well, you said women.
I said
generally.
when they are crying, they're lying.
And you also said women are liars.
No, not all.
I didn't say all.
But
it's on tape. That somebody can play it back.
One thing I know
you said
for
what
sure.
You said. Do you want to back off of it now and to retract it?
One thing I know for sure, when they're crying.
So she's a liar once again. He never said all. She's because she can't attack his point. She can only attack him. So this is where the conversation leads to. And the thing is, I'm all for ad hominems. Like, I'm all for critiquing an individual based off of, their false observation of a situation. Like, god dang, what are you, smoking crack or something? You were raised in a single mother household. You lack the ability to think logical and think linear. So your thinking is very, scattered and tangential. God dang, like, I'm all for the ad hominems and stuff like that. But when it's like low IQ ad hominems where it's just like, oh, you're a misogynist, like, give some context to why you think he's a misogynist. You're just saying that, well, you said this about women, so you're a misogynist. Nah, break him down. If you truly think that he hate women and he really saying some things that he hate women, you should be able to psychoanalyze Buddy and break him down easily. But she lacked the ability to critically think and to do that. I'm telling you, Brad, listen, man, they need to put me on a Jubilee. I smoked 20 of them early.
All women. When they're crying, they're lying.
So that sounds like you have so little compassion in your heart. If someone's
Jesse is funny though. When they crying, they lying. Hey, Jesse, you ain't lying though, Jesse. You ain't lying.
Crying, they're hurting.
They're lying.
Wow. So you really have no compassion for a woman who's hurting and weeping in her pain.
And what is compassion?
What is compassion?
Yeah.
Good question.
Kindness in your heart towards someone else who's hurting. Doesn't sound like you have much of that. If
I
any.
don't understand that.
So he should have followed up with, he said, what is compassion? And she said, good kindness and, da-da-da in their heart when someone is hurting, to like to empathize with them, to be empathetic. That's what she's saying. That's what compassion is and stuff like that. So she gave her definition of it. He should have right off the back said, do you have compassion for the women that falsely accused men and those men did many years in prison? Do you have compassion for Emmett Till? Do you have compassion for this person, that person, that person that's been falsely accused by women making up lies and false stories on men? Do you have compassion for those men? Yes or no?
Clearly you don't. That's pretty,
right,
that's pretty sad. Are you a narcissist, Jesse?
What do you mean?
You know what
Oh man, then she calling him a narcissist. Yo, Jesse got to be like 80. Let me see how old Jesse is real quick. Because I seen like I haven't really watched him much, but I seen like little clips of him from back in the day. And normally he be on point. Like he be much faster with his comebacks. Oh yeah, Dane, Jesse 75. Yeah, homie up there. So yeah, we gotta cut him some slack. He been holding it down and doing this for a minute. And he's still funny though, but I could definitely see that the sharpness in him is fading a little bit.
Narcissist.
So let me go back to something else. I noticed that whenever there's a situation between men and women,
I tell you this, he nice on just. Well, let me go back to something else. He quick. That's what he is sharp with. He like, oh, well, let's get to another question. He is sharp on getting to another question. And mid-sentence, he'll cut you off like, here's another question for you. That's what he is sharp on. I'll give him that.
these women say, oh, they raped me, or whatever, right?
Wow.
Like these parties with Jeffrey and now Diddy, and I'm sure it's going to happen to other men. Why don't they ever ask the woman, why did you go to that party? What were you looking for from Diddy? Why did you go to the party? Because I noticed when people go to these parties, yes, Diddy may or may not want sex from them, but they want something from Diddy, and that's why they go to the party. They party up, they have fun, they drink, they do their thing. Why
so no one should ever go to a party?
Why is it that it's never a question of why did you go to that party?
Also, what about the men who are accusing
What was
Diddy?
it that you wanted from Diddy? Why that's not?
I can answer
why
that.
That's not, okay.
So,
what about the men that's accusing Diddy? Well, if you want my true opinion, they're males. They're not really men. They're males. They're not men, bro. They're booty bandits, man. Those men that's going up and accusing Diddy is just part of the booty bandit club, and god dang it. I mean, it is what it is. They booty bandits, man. They women themselves. The mindset of the woman. They adopted the same. I mean, Diddy too. If a man has the same sex attraction, if he's attracted to another man, he's a homosexual, or they like to call him bi or whatever. No, it's just one thing. You're gay. It's homosexual. So if that man is gay, essentially what he did was he adopted the sexual attraction triggers from the woman. A woman is attracted to a man, but then that man adopted what the woman is attracted to and embodied it. Now he's attracted to a man. So essentially, he has the mindset of a woman. So yeah, her saying, that's what I would have said to her. Like, well, what about the men that accuse those booty bandits, those women too? God dang.
First of all, I don't hear you criticizing the men who have made accusations against Diddy. Are
That's
they?
not answering the question.
Well, I know, but you on this real anti-woman rant.
Good job, Jesse. There we go. That's what I need more of, because she ain't answered no questions. She tried to ask him another question. Yeah, let her know. You ain't answering the question.
Women go to these parties. What
I
is
can
it
answer that if you take a breath and let me
What is
answer.
it that they want from Diddy and people like that?
They want a break to get into the music industry. And what's wrong with that?
And he wants sex, right?
In some cases, apparently that's what's accused.
And
yes.
and the women are willing to give up the
No,
sex
they're
to get what
not.
they
There's
want.
accusations that they were not willing, that they were drugged, that they were forced, that they were underage. So again, you have this slanted thing in your head that women all are evil and liars. But people have the right to go.
No, you have that slanted thing in your head. You are projecting because you have low IQ. You are projecting. You lack the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes to understand their worldview. You lack that. You couldn't do it, so therefore you just do ad hominems. You attack them personally, say, and shame them. So, well, you're a misogynist. You're this. You're that. You're a narcissist. All you did was attack him and shame him, but you did not attack his argument or answer any of his questions. He killing you with these questions.
Go to a party and not be sexually assaulted.
Right now,
People
I'm
have
just
the right.
trying to-
I'm
you-
still talking.
I'm
People
trying
have the
to
right to go to a
understand,
party
see,
and
you
not
a
be
lawyer.
drugged against their will,
See, you a
not to be
lawyer.
groped and grabbed. Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you have a daughter?
Yes, granddaughter.
Okay, if she goes to a party, is she asking to be raped? Is it her fault for
If
going
she
to a party?
goes there looking for something for the party owner,
What if somebody says, I can help you with your singing career, and she goes, okay, a lot of business is done at these kind of parties. Would she deserve to be raped?
why was an underage person at a grown-up party?
Because they were invited and they were hoping to get into the music industry, or
So
somebody
they
brought
wanted
them?
something, right?
Okay, so you're going to blame
Rest my case.
You do? You're going to blame a child for being sexually...
Yo, Jesse is funny. I see where he going with it. He just not not putting it together good. So he says, like, why would someone underage be going to a party? Obviously, they have ulterior motives. Like, they want something out of this situation. They want some opportunity for something. They're trying to put themselves in a situation to gain something. They're not thinking about they're going to lose something. When you're going to a celebrity party, you're not thinking that you're going to lose something. You're thinking that, oh, I'm going to gain something. This is an opportunity. And guess what? These opportunities, some people, they'll put themselves in a situation where I'll do anything for this opportunity, anything. So that's what Jesse is getting at. It's like, okay, if you go to these situations and these parties and you know what they're doing there, or even once you find out that this is what it is, like, oh, this is how you're operating. If you ain't get out of there right away and you stayed, but then something happened, it's like, okay, you know what you was getting into. You put yourself in that situation, but you just didn't like the outcome. You didn't like the outcome. You didn't get what you actually wanted. That's the thing. You went to the party expecting something because you had ulterior motives. They got what they wanted, but you didn't get what you wanted. So now you want to claim victim. Now it could be the case where people are definitely, getting their booty holes taken at Diddy parties, which is foul play and which is disgusting. But those are accusations currently, and we got to see if it was, taken without someone's approval, right? Obviously Diddy being Diddy, but we don't know if it was taken without someone's approval. Now, if it's minors, that's different. Minor can give approval or not give approval. Either or is just all bad for homie. So that's just downhill from there. But anyways, let's continue on.
Assaulted? Is that who you
was
are?
A child.
An underage person?
Was an underage person that is a child?
Underage is a child, yes.
Was an underage child? I'm trying to understand the age range.
Oh, I don't know. Those are not my cases, but I know that they're alleged to have been underage.
I never hear.
He killed her with that question because she's a feminist, so she probably got some weird view. That's why he asked her that. Like, what's an underage child? Like, what is that? Good question. Let's see.
And I hear a lot of, nowadays in the media, a lot of men are being accused at these parties and things like that. But I
really, with the whole underage thing, where are the parents? Where are the parents? You should listen. Yeah, if it did happen, lock up Diddy. You lock him up. If evidence shows that it was some underage there, but go after the parents next. Find the parents and lock them up too. Because if there's any underage people at a Diddy party or any party where there's alcoholic beverages or some, grown activities going on, listen, lock up the parents. Find these parents from 20 years ago.
never hear the women are questioned as, why were you at that party? What were you want? What did you want from the party owner?
No, that's a typical question they do get asked.
And I don't hear that though.
Okay, well, you're not going to these trials, so of course you don't hear it. How would you hear it if you're not following the case?
So they do ask that in the trial?
Yeah, that would be a normal question. Why did you go? What were you doing? What were you looking for? And usually they were looking to get a break in the industry.
So they wanted something.
Yeah, that's not a crime.
It's not a crime to want something, but you know you're not going to get nothing
What
is
you
free,
want.
right? So these women...
There we go. Yeah, they wanted something. In order for you to get what you want, you're going to have to do something because they got to get what they want. You know what I mean? There's an equal exchange here. That's just how it is. So now Jessie Lee is getting more to the root of things to break her down even more.
They have to know if they're going to go to somebody that's famous, especially in the entertainment world, and this person's famous, whether it's a male or a woman that's famous, and they want something, they're gonna have to give up something.
Their bodies?
Uh-huh.
Is that what your
Most of them
granddaughter
ain't
should
got
do?
nothing else to give.
What is your...
Jesse said they ain't got nothing else to give. If this feminist doesn't understand, human nature, women's nature, male nature, women definitely put themselves in situations and utilize their sexuality to get what they want. Think about it. They do it on OnlyFans. They do it at strip clubs. Women put themselves in precarious situations and use their sexuality to garner time, resources, and opportunity from men all the time. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. So Jesse is just highlighting that, like, yeah, things could have happened, but the evidence, it still has to go through trial. But if we're looking at it objectively, some of these women, we're not speaking about the underage ones, but the ones that's of age, they definitely put themselves in a situation to get an opportunity from a high profile individual. But it'll be silly not to expect anything from the high profile individual. So if you want something, wouldn't you think the high profile individual will want something in return from you? That's just common sense, whether it be your talents, if you're a good singer or a good producer, or whether it be your beauty or your sexuality. You get it? That's how things work. We're not saying that it's right, but that's how it is. This is not how it should be, but this is how it is.
What does your granddaughter like to do? Does she like to sing? Does she like to make art? Does she like to play the piano? Does she do anything like that?
No, she's married with children. She doesn't have time for anything like that.
All right. Well, I'm just saying.
But isn't that a good point, though?
No, it's a horrible point. Because you're justifying rape, Jesse.
How about justify rape?
Stupid low IQ woman. He didn't justify anything. What? He didn't grape. He didn't justify that. He was just speaking about a woman putting herself in a situation for an opportunity. And it's common sense that, well, it's a give and a take. Like, you want the opportunity. Are you a good, talented artist, or are you doing something else? Do these strippers put themselves, or do these OnlyFans women put themselves in situations to garner an opportunity so they can garner resources from men? Yeah, they do it all the time. They sexualize themselves all the time. So, they sell sex, but they low-key prostitutes to an extent. So at the end of the day, she's just dumb. Let's continue on.
You're saying that a woman goes wanting something, and then whatever happens to her, well, it's her fault. That's blaming the victim.
Whose fault is it then?
The perpetrator of rape is always.
They don't make the women show up at the party.
Are you serious?
And then the women dress like sluts.
All right.
Have you noticed that?
No.
So Jesse, one point he's excusing, and I give it to him because he doesn't actually have to answer her questions, because she's insinuating things and making assertions that grape is happening at these parties all the time. She's making these assertions. He's bypassing all of that and just going straight to his points. But if he wanted to break her down, he can just go into the point and say, hey, so you think that at all of these parties, these things are happening and guys are graping these women? Do you not think that in certain situations, women are actually just giving up sex for opportunity? If he would break her down more to get her to answer questions directly and actually pinpoint her down on a question to get her to answer things, it would have been an easy defeat, because then she would actually be she would come to this point where her mind is oh, the logic is destroying me. That would have probably she would have left early with me. If she would have been on my podcast, listen, dog, it would have been a few minutes, because I ain't letting none of this ride at all. I'm breaking you down early. It would have been a 2-minute podcast with her.
So you ever seen those women going to a party, especially those kind of parties?
All right. I
I
don't know what century you're out of, but it's very sad that you think this way.
But I'm thinking realistically. There are two sides to every story, but we never really hear what the woman is doing and why is she dressed that way.
Okay, again,
What
you
was
don't
she
hear it
looking
because you
for?
don't go to the trials.
But why is it not in the
You
media?
said earlier, well, it probably
We
is.
hear about the men in the media, but we never hear what the woman is doing.
That's not true.
In the good old days, when boys were born.
Oh, shout out to Ray President. He gifted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 memberships. He done gifted 10 memberships. Yo, everyone that got those memberships from him, man, go ahead and remember to renew your membership. Go ahead and hit me up via Instagram. Chop it up with me. You got full access. Go ahead and enjoy the new perks and everything that you got. Yo, I appreciate you, man. I do appreciate Ray. Appreciate you. Shout out to you.
No Fugazee.
Let's continue on.
Boys and men were men. The mother and the father of the daughter would say, well, you had no been at that party, you little fast ass. What you doing at that party? You got what you deserve. That's what they would tell the kid, the adults.
All right.
What do you think about that?
I think we're going to have about 2 more minutes, and I can't talk to somebody who's from the 19th century, so I think we're just about done. You're saying that women dress like sluts and ask for rape, and this is not... Well, dummy. Women do dress like sluts. Not saying that they ask for grape. You're every time he's speaking, you're assuming and making these assertions that grape is happening. Like this mindset that you have, you're fixated on grape. You can't get out of it. He's just saying women put themselves in situations where things happen around alcohol. Girls is drinking. Then they wake up to somebody like, oh, God dang. Like, you know what? Like, not all situations are grape. Some situations women were actually down. But the thing is, when women got bodied and someone done slid in between her soul gaps and she been dominated by the real G, then she's mad. She tries to like take it back. Like you can't take sex back. If you gave it up and it was genuine, you can't try to extract the sex back. No, that's what Jesse is speaking about. Chicks that be giving it up, and then afterwards, when they don't get the opportunity they were expecting, or they didn't like, they were in an emotional state or a vulnerable state. Maybe they just broke up with their boyfriend and wanted to revenge cheat, but they're like, oh my gosh, I should never revenge cheat. Or maybe they wanted to go to this party to get an opportunity by a famous individual, but then they wind up sleeping with one of the individual friends or that individual. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't come here for that, but that's what happened. They try to like extract it and take it back. No, chick, take some accountability. You went to that party. You put yourself in that situation. You were definitely attracted to that man. You're not just opening up your legs, right? Unless it's fully grape. Yeah, excusing that. If there's someone fully grape you and take it from you, if that happened, normally you got bruises everywhere because homie got to get down busy to get you to stay still. You're not telling me you're not putting up a fight? For sure you're putting up some type of fight, so it's definitely going to be some bruises in locations where it was like physical abuse. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. If you ain't put up no fight, I ain't finna get canceled. But listen, man, let's continue on. This is not an intelligent conversation. I almost
rape.
feel like you're punking me, Jesse. Are you? I mean, nobody...
I'm not saying that they're asking
I
for
gotta
rape.
wonder what you've done in your life that you have these thoughts.
I'm not saying that they ask for rape, but I'm asking, why don't we deal with both sides and just
Well,
rather than
that's
just
what
assume
trials. That's
the
what
man-
trials do.
I mean,
that
in the
apparently
media
you have,
as well.
Well, I think the media does. If you read the articles, I don't know where you're getting your media.
Okay. All right. That was that clip. I didn't really see her get off and leave. I guess she did. Okay. So I guess she left after that in that clip. All right. Let's see here. All right, so it looks like we may have someone that wanted to debate, but he's not in here anymore. I didn't see you if you came in because I was reacting to this clip. Okay, Miguel, if you want to go ahead and hop in a stream and you want to debate on something, go ahead and hop in and I'll bring you on up and we can have a debate about anything that you want to debate about. Do that within the next minute or so because I'm about to wind down the stream. Let's check the chats real quick, see if you got any other super chats in here. If not, we're going to go ahead and wind down. Let's see, did he come in? Josh, I see you just came in. Josh, turn on your camera and I'll bring you on up. Anyone that wants to join the stream and debate about anything, it's the first link in the YouTube description, or it is the pinned link in the comments. Okay, Miguel Peterson, I'll bring you on up. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name, where you from?
My name is Miguel Peterson, 49, and live in Memphis, Tennessee.
Cool. What you here to debate about, man?
I'm not really here to debate, man. There's a lot of the things. I like your show.
Appreciate it.
A lot of things that you talk about is, I think, is very necessary in our society and our community, especially. Because at the end of the day, we've gotten to this place where women do not have to take accountability or be responsible for their behaviors, their actions, the way they dress, according to just by the thing that you was just showing.
Yeah, like if we just take it, right? So like if there's a woman that she's sexualizing herself, she's wearing a hose uniform, well, there's a high probability you're going to be approached how you are dressing. And men are going to approach you on some, yeah, man, I'm trying to get a hotel right now. What's good? Right. Now, let's just flip it. If a man was out flashing his money, he's going to attract a lot of gold diggers that just wants him for his money. So if a woman is wearing a whore skirt and showing her sexuality, there's going to be a lot of men that only want her for her sexuality, only want her for sex. So it's very simple and logical.
Can we just go? You talked about on another one of your shows, male nature, female nature.
Yep.
Can we just talk about the simple fact that when you, any man and or woman, see a person, that's when the initial attraction happens, right? So
100%, yeah.
We're talking about solely a physical attraction, which is what? A sexual attraction. No man is approaching a woman thinking, I want to wipe her up. His initial thought is, she looks good, I want to have sex with her. Sex is going to come with any approach. It wouldn't matter if you were dressed head to toe. You know, Muslim women run around, they got the whole thing on, the grit, the mask on. Men still approaching, right?
Hey, look, yeah, them niggas still got 4 wives.
And they ain't showing nothing.
Facts. They still got 4 wives, and them chicks got hijabs on and everything, and not showing a god dang thing. And homie still pull off 4 wives. So, yeah, man, I know what you're saying, man. It's very nonsensical how these feminists think, and they lack the ability to critically think, and they lack reason and logical thinking skills. But yeah,
it's gotten to that point. It has gotten to that point. But women do not lack reason. They don't lack it. They just ignore it. Women do not lack deductive reasoning. Everybody can see a situation and analyze it and try to figure it out. The problem is with this wokeism, this liberalism, this feminism, and this democratism. The problem is everything that is true, because okay, in this society we live in now, truth is relative. Truth is perspective. You got people saying my truth, your truth. There's no such thing. There is only the truth. I can tell a story, you can tell a story, And more times than not, your version is gonna cater to you. My version gonna cater to me. I might throw a little truth in there, but
Yeah.
what do they say about a little truth? It's a little truth is still a lie.
A little truth is a whole lot of lies. Yeah, man. I'm picking up what you're putting down, and you're speaking facts, man. Good perspective here on this topic. But listen, I want to get some more callers in here. May have a debater that comes in, but I appreciate the support, man. Keep supporting, and blessings to you, homie.
Appreciate it, and same to you as well. I try to get back on. I caught the other show with the Israelites.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me that left that comment that you read it out on the show. I appreciate that.
All love, bro. Have a blessed one. Appreciate you.
You too.
All right, let's get two more people up here. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name, where you're from.
Yo, Cooley. This is AKA Genius. I'm calling from UK.
UK. All right. And what are you here to debate about?
Usually I'm 100% always with what you debate and what you say.
Okay.
I was hearing like when you was reacting to the video just a while ago, and I'm like, okay. In a state, I understand where you're going, and I like how you break down also her mindset, because it was really like she was out of control. My opinion personally, she was like saying a lot of BS. But one thing also I want to say, when you was reacting to it, like you said, in a state like it is more easy it's easy for them to tell. Yeah, I want to understand that if you're talking about normal situation, but when you're talking about big celebrities like P. Diddy, there's also fear. That's what I also think, probably also something that we have to also take in consideration, because we are not talking about just common people. We are talking about people that they have hit makers. That
When
they
you
can't just
are-
come and hit you.
If you are a minor, you can take into consideration of some fear could be there because someone has, you're a minor, your brain isn't, fully developed. You are under the
Nah,
roof
but
of your
honestly,
parents. And let me finish,
minor,
make my point.
you
I got
shouldn't
you.
do that.
Yep. I'll let you speak. Let me just finish and make my point. So in regards to that standpoint, yeah, I get you. In regards to a grown adult, a grown woman, and she's a true victim. Well, the thing is, if you are a true victim, when I say that it's easy, it is easy to do. They just lack the ability to do it. Right? That's all I'm saying. They lack the ability to do it. It's very easy to come out and say XYZ happened to me yesterday, and I'm hurt. I've been abused. I am a victim of this situation that just happened to me yesterday. It just happened to me. Come out right away if you actually are a true victim. This is how things should be. But that isn't always the case when it comes to women or, children sometimes, because, they lack the ability to. It's funny. With the last caller was on, he was like, women don't really lack the ability to, I forgot how he put it. He said, women don't lack the ability to understand these certain things. They just ignore it. So I think it goes into the same thing like the guy said, like sometimes in some situations, they're trying to overcome, like, okay, let's say a woman was victimized of rape. And then she's like, okay, well, should I go ahead and tell and, go to the cops, go right to the authorities? That's what you should do, woman. You were just great. Go to the cops immediately. But then it's like, okay, they'll be in a state of mind where it's like, well, maybe let's see what I can get out of this. Maybe I can talk to this individual and still get this opportunity. Like, yeah, it happened. I really didn't want it to happen, but, maybe I can get some money out of it. Maybe I can get this out of it. Maybe I can talk to the individual. Maybe I can still get what I wanted, especially if they went there with intentions of something else. Let me still see what I can get. So I think that within that, they'll tend to ignore it. Like, well, let's still play my cards and see what I can get instead of outing someone. And all of that, that's dumb. If all of it is dumb, if you are a true victim, if someone raped you or physically abused you and you've been done dirty, go ahead and let the authorities know ASAP. Don't be thinking on things and getting yourself into some more issues and being in this weird emotional state. What I'm saying is this, bro. It's very simple. It's their problem. They got to take accountability for not telling sooner. You get it? If you're a victim, you got raped and you didn't tell, yeah, shame on them. I hope they get arrested. I hope more than arrested. I hope they get life in prison and maybe even a death penalty. But guess what? Shame on you for not telling right away when it happened. You should have told immediately. I don't give a freak if you're very sad. You need to have the ability to get out of that emotional state and go to the authorities. It's very simple. It's 911. God dang, you pick up your phone. This is how simple it is. Open up your phone, 911. That's how simple. But guess what? You don't do it. If you can't do something that simple and that easy, you got to take accountability for you dealing with 20 years of being you got raped 20 years ago, but you had to live with it all this time. But now you're trying to garner some resources from the man or get justice out of something. Yeah, you should get justice, but at the end of the day, take accountability.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what
for
you're
not
saying,
telling.
and,
So that's the point that I'm making. Yeah,
I understand what you're going for. But what I'm saying also is like, I understand you're probably talking more about the like kind of majority. But what I wanted to say is like definitely there's some of them that didn't probably went forward because they were afraid for consequences. Because I would say these people, these
that's a them problem.
They can get you shot in 2 seconds.
Yeah. You missing
out of the way.
You misinterpreting what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying that you saying that. I'm saying I understand your point that you're going for the majority. Like
no, not even the majority. I'm not saying that at all. Listen, it's very simple. If someone is a true victim of a heinous crime, you go to the authorities immediately. That's what you should do, right? If you don't do that, whatever other reasons of you trying to justify why you didn't do it, that's a you problem. If you're scared, if you feel threatened, that's still a you problem because guess what? You can, even though you feel threatened, even though, someone could be after you, you can still pick up your phone, go to 911. Please, I was just a victim of this situation and I don't feel safe. Can you please come secure my premises? Oh, any chick call and say that, it's going to be SWAT team and Navy SEALs outside their house like, okay, this chick just called and said that she was raped at a P. Diddy party or at this celebrity's party. We need to protect her so they don't try to off her or blah. They're going to protect. We built these systems of law and order to protect women. Think about it. Men have daughters. Okay, I love my daughters. Men have wives, especially back then. They had many wives. If we're speaking hundreds of years ago, but speaking of modernity, niggas got wives and niggas got daughters. So we built infrastructure in a system of law and order to protect our daughters and our wives from criminals. You get what I'm saying? This is why we truly built these systems. So within that, no, use the system, woman. If you are a victim of a crime, you use the system. If you don't use the system, you have to take you have to be accountable for not using the system. Now, you're not accountable for the heinous crime that the person did. No. That person is accountable, but you are accountable for not dialing 911. It doesn't matter whatever justification you're trying to assert on the situation, like she's scared, someone could be after her. She can still pick up this phone and dial 911. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because at the end of the game, it makes sense. It is on you what you decide to do with
It's
your
on
life.
you what you decide to do. You got to take
I
you got to
got you
take
there.
full responsibility and accountability for your life. Now, there's someone can infringe on your rights because someone can be stronger or more powerful. That happens. People become a victim in a certain situation, of a victim of a heinous crime. When that happens, you go to the authorities. Men, we created this system to protect women and men as well. So use the system that we created. If you don't use that system, then it's your fault.
That's
my stance. That's my stance. Yeah.
Another last thing, last take about the P. Diddy situation. Allegedly, for what I've informed myself, I've been researching some few things, especially about all this situation, right? And I don't know if you heard, but basically they saying like the drugs that they've been using in the party, they are not common drugs that you find in public. For public, they are drugs that they was taken directly from how they say in English. Sorry, they was taken directly from people that they make medicines from their
You know what?
Now,
Yeah,
so I'm saying so. They are
I'm not.
they are using drugs that go on the skin. So it's like liquid. You put it on you, it goes on the skin, and it's hard to trace it outside. So just
Oh, I
because
see what
they
you're
know
saying.
what they are doing.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the case. That could be truly accurate. I'm just not too familiar. I'm not here to debate about no Diddy case. No, as far as the Diddy case, no, there's no Diddy over here. Here are no Fugazee. It's no Diddy. So at the end of the day, that's my stance on all of that. But appreciate the call, and I'm gonna get someone else up, man. Have a blessed one. All right, let's get up. We got two people, Ola and Ray, and then I think we should be done for tonight. Let's see. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name, where you're from.
Cooley, this is Ola Inka. I'm a Nigerian, but I'm presently in Alabama right now. Hope on to be precise.
Okay, man. Shout out to you in Alabama. You here to debate?
Yeah, I've been your fan ever since I was in Nigeria, like very long time.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
I always like what you do, what you say, and the kind of way you talk to people. Like you make it clear, no fugazi. Yeah, concerning the debate of the night, where you talk about the way people attack decision making strategy, failure in making good decisions. I want to say something very clear. I like the way you talk to men, the way you talk to women, but there is one thing we are lacking. I mean, men to be precise. We know the system listens to women first. If they have the opportunity to lie, they lie clear and they get away with it. But yet we put ourselves in situations whereby we have no way out. We put ourselves in situations whereby somebody is going to get to attack us and get away with it. Why don't we, in quotes, think deeply and prevent ourselves from being in such positions? I'm talking about when a car stops you, put your hands on the dashboard, you keep arguing with a car. When a woman, you are in a situation with a woman whereby you can easily walk away at the beginning. But yes, we go lustfully after them. I grew up. Go on.
No. I wholeheartedly get what you're saying, man. And 100% agree. Men should be very cautious and make sure if they're in a situation, like you said, if there's a cop, you get pulled over, hands on the dashboard, or, you speak directly and politely to the officer. You let him know, hey, I'm going to go ahead and grab my license and registration. You just, try to, mitigate risk to the best of your ability. And even if you're in a situation with a woman, take out your phone and start recording. Like, listen, you just got a weird attitude or something. I don't know what's going on. You acting very, erratic behavior is you acting very weird right now. So I'm recording this for my safety because you could be lying and make up some false allegations or something. So I recommend men definitely, walk and try to prevent, walking away, deal with situations in a way where they can mitigate risk to the best of their ability. Yeah.
Yes. Where I came from, when a policeman stop you, pull you over by the side of the road and ask you questions and you argue, if you don't get slapped, I mean, real slapped on your face, you might get whooped big time. You get some injuries on you. You ain't gonna be able to push in any case. Nobody's gonna defend you anywhere. Everybody's gonna tell you you were supposed to just keep quiet and listen. That is one. Two, and a lot of men here, I noticed this, and I'm trying to like get to understand why. People here are very volatile in action. I see a lot of videos where people die cheaply because of little arguments, because of road rage. People pull out guns and shoot people.
Yeah.
Like, why are people so volatile in taking action? You're with your girlfriend, somebody talk to you somehow. The next thing you see, they pull out guns. Like, why are people so volatile? I think we need to have a way of talking to the black community. I'm a black guy, so I don't think that's a crime to say, but we need to talk to ourselves. Can we pipe it low with the way we get hungry and like move gently? Sometimes we need to just think.
Yeah, man, I get what you're saying, and that is true. All communities, there's violence in all communities, but if we're speaking specifically about the black community, yeah, man, black people need to do better. One of the reasons for it is single mother households. There's no fatherly guidance in the household. There's no man figure, and if there is a man, it's a very emasculated man where he doesn't stand on any business. He's not a true leader. The woman is still kind of leading the household. So the son or the daughter fully adopts the nature of the mother. And what's the mother's nature? Neurotic, which is very emotional, and looking at negative things, finding negative things, having a negative reaction or emotional reaction that's negative and not positive, looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. They're very erratic behavior where they're snapping easily, having mood swings. They're very like sensitive and get irritated by, oh, you stepped on my shoes, oh, but what's good, nigga, I just stepped on your Jordans, my bad, homie, why you trying to fight over stepping on the kicks? Like, god dang. So yeah, that's all female behavior. I was born and raised in Rahway Projects, the hood right near Newark. Our hood used to bang with other hoods and stuff like that. So I was always one of the ones where I played no games at all. And my father left me when I was 5 years old, and I was raised with my mother, but I had 3 brothers, and my uncle was right in the hood with us too. So and my grandfather was there as well up until a good age. So I had masculine figures around me. And you know how like boys that play certain games, I was never down for it. For example, they'll play games like, we'll play Manhunt, and they'll do an initiation process. Like, oh, if you want to play Manhunt, I got to punch you in your chest. I'm like, nigga, if you come near, if you think about punching me, it's up. We throwing hands, we really fighting. I'm not about none of that. Niggas will play little games in high school like, oh, snatchbacks, no snatchies. Nigga, you snatch my food or snatch my potato chips, it's on guard. And it's what it is to it's about principle and putting the law down on these little kids that think that they can come in here and play little stupid games without any consequences. No, there's going to be consequences. But guess what? I was never the type of individual, if you did something, I never did anything petty. Like if you like stepped on my shoes by accident, I didn't act out emotional. Nah, you never get that. But guess what? I'm not going to submit to no other man. You're not leading nothing around here. I was never a follower. Always was a leader. That's another thing. A lot of these men are followers. They follow what they see on social media. They follow what these rappers are doing. They following all of these trends and everything like this. So they just following. They got no backbone. They don't stand on no principle. This is why this podcast do numbers. This is why I'm the type of person to do a podcast like this, because I'm a nigga that always stood 10 toes down. I'm not folding for nobody. So you need more men like myself and like other niggas that get it. Like, this is why I coach men on to be masculine. Like, bro, don't be out here being emotional. But guess what? You do got to stand on principle, because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything, my nigga. And them things that you falling for, you basically a beta. You basically a female. You susceptible to to all of these outside influences. You letting this and that influence you, nigga. You a chick? What?
You get
This stuff ain't. You get ran over quick, man. You get ran over quick. But listen, yo, I appreciate the support. Let me get one more caller up here, and I'm gonna wrap up, brother. Blessings to you from Nigeria, and you in Alabama right now. When do you go back, or are you living out here in Alabama?
I work here now.
You work here now. Well, shout out to you, man. I wish you the best in all of your endeavors.
All right, thank you, dude.
Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name. Where you from?
Yo, this is Ray. I'm over here in Memphis, Tennessee. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? You here to debate or here to talk? What you here for?
I need some counsel, king to king. Let me ask you something, man. I love the No Fugazee podcast. I love your perspective. I'm 40, divorced, going on 4 years, and I've got 2 beautiful children. And I just wanted your perspective on something, if that's okay. I always support the channel. I've met a woman recently, 40, never been married, no kids, was engaged, knocked that off. And, I'm interested in pursuing a relationship with her. To the fault of my own, I'm seeking marriage again. That'll have to be with a prenup this time. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm not a 1%er. I would say I'm a 3%er. I've got a lot going on for me. I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own home remodeling business. I've got multiple rental properties. This woman has got a good career, and I'm struggling to navigate who she is currently with who she was in her past. So, for instance, there's a lot of green flags, couple red flags. So, for instance, how do I navigate the promiscuity phase, her hoe phase? And I'm sure she would say that's over. But what do I take that into consideration? How does she speak about that? And then a couple other things about her. Beautiful girl, intelligent girl, got a career, doesn't seem to have a lot of debt. But as a man with a daughter and a son, I want to be with a woman. She wants to have kids. So, and she's 40. I'm 40. So she's got that. She's hitting that wall and putting pressure on me. So I think about a girl that, how do I deal with her promiscuity in the past? How do I deal with her, hitting the wall and wanting to have kids? And again, I'm a man of means, and so, I just want some counsel, Cooley, and I appreciate you bringing me on, brother. Love the podcast.
Hey, man, I appreciate the support, man. One, if you really want to, we're on live right now and it's debate night, but if you really want to talk one-on-one and if you really want, some counseling and some true advice, I would recommend truthfully the advice that I would give to you on live stream won't be the advice that I would give to you privately in person, because I would ask a lot of questions to truly get so I can gain a perspective of yourself and the woman's situation and your situation together. There's many questions that I would need to have answered from you to gain understanding, so I can truly give you advice on to what you're looking for. But I can give you some general advice for the information that you gave me, right? So you said that you're 40 years old. Do you have any kids?
I have 2. I have a daughter.
You got 2, but she doesn't have any kids, but she wants to have kids. Got it. And your main objective here is to navigate the whole phase. So you're looking for the whole facts, essentially. You're trying to see if this woman is worth it, right? So, from that standpoint and what you're looking for, there's a lot of cues that women would give off from a general perspective to show their promiscuity level, So, one, this woman doesn't have any kids and she's 40 years old. You spoke about that she has a career and stuff like that, but you don't care about her career, do you?
Well, I respect her career, but I mean,
You don't really care.
yeah. The minute
So-
we have a child, she's gonna.
Yeah. So I say all of I ask you that to get perspective, because why even mention her career and these things if you don't really care about it? What you truly care about is what you're calling in for, to see if she's a hoe or not. So in regards to these whole facts that you're looking for, my first question for you is, what did you observe in her that would insinuate that she did have a whole phase in the past? Or did you not observe anything and you're just looking for guidance to see if she has a whole phase?
So I would say the fact that she's 40 and never been married, just, as somebody who's been married and divorced, I would assume her body count's higher than mine. A woman that went to college, and was in a sorority, those things tend to lead themselves to one another. Living.
What about behavior patterns? So that's just information. So we can make assumptions off of information. So like a nurses, like, sometimes nurses be, promiscuous. This person, sometimes you're 40 years old. So these are assumptions about the woman based off of, past, but it isn't specifically about her behavior. So what's in it? What behaviors does she has that would give off that she could be, or she could have had a promiscuous past? Do you see anything?
Well, so currently, one of the things that I respect about her is she has primarily all, girlfriends. So girlfriends that are married, or girlfriends that are older than her and single and have children, and who went through, marriage and divorce.
Okay, so that's a positive thing. So what's the but? Get to the.
The but is she lived downtown in a city, live in the, and I just don't know, and that's the biggest.
I'm not
thing
asking for that. I'm asking for behaviors.
Currently?
So for an example, so behaviors of negligence, behaviors of being disobedient, behaviors of not having a father figure that guided you, behaviors of, how she's speaking, how she acts, her mannerisms when you bring her around different people, her behaviors of what she is influenced by, what's her thinking patterns. Obviously, if she's speaking about certain things, she's thinking about certain things. So does she cuss a lot? Does she have tattoos in weird places? Does she, when you are giving her direction, is she talking back at the lip fast back to you? No, none of those.
No, and Cooley, great question.
Okay.
So admiration for her father. I went into her house the other night, had a picture of her dad, World War II soldier, sitting on the end table. Her dad's deceased, but she's got respect for her father. Okay, and so I respect that. She talks about her mother fondly. She's familial. She loves her brother.
Okay. So here's what I'll say real quick. Because since we don't have a whole lot of time, I was just about to wrap. You was the last caller, and I'm gonna wrap up stream. But I want to give you something before you go. So, I mean, it seems like the things that you're speaking about her, it's all positive things. I'm asking you questions and you're just speaking positively. You're not speaking negative. So let's not try to assert and assume any negative things. Sometimes you have to give it time. How long have you been dating her for?
Yeah, less than 2 months.
Okay, yeah, so it's very soon. Sometimes you have to give it time to see different sides of the woman. Sometimes you have to take her to different places, do different things with the woman, see how she is, give it a little bit time. And then the thing is with hoes is fairly good at, some hoes is fairly good at, keeping their behavior at a restricting certain behaviors from the man's, observation because they know they don't want to show these behaviors because they know it ain't, pure. So sometimes with women, put it like this, women are always trying to show purity. They're always trying to display purity. The good ones. Now, are there just some liberals out there that's like sexual liberation and they're really out there dressing provocative and really out there like that? Like you can pretty much tell she's a hoe? Yes. But most hoes, a lot of hoes don't be operating like that. They secret hoes. You feel what I'm saying? And you won't know if they're a hoe unless you give it some time. So it's only a month and some change. I'll recommend, buddy, take your time. It's good that you're not living, with the blindfolds on and you're actually trying to see like if is it too good to be true? You're actually curious. But yeah, man, just give it some time, brother. Give it some time. Sometimes it can be too listen. In time, the truth always comes out.
100%.
So don't do anything too fast. Don't try to wife her up too fast or take her too serious too fast. You ain't even get to the 6-month mark. So it's only a month and some change. So give it some more time, man. I'm sure if she's a bad actor, those behaviors will come out.
Love the perspective because she's trying to play from a position of purity, and as a man, I'm trying to play from a position of strength. So we all
fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And I hope that you reach all of your endeavors and you become successful where you do not have to play the position of strength, that you are the position of strength. And I do see that. Keep grinding, keep being on your grind so you will become that man that you are, trying to portray that you are. You got it, man. Just keep grinding, bro. Get in the gym. Gym is everything. I recommend. I don't see much of you, so I'm not really observing you too much, but gym is the medicine, bro. Get in a gym and work out, man. A strong body is a strong mind, and vice versa. But also, not only that, if you are disciplined yourself and you're not indulging in certain behaviors and you're not eating certain foods and you're not, going to these clubs and you have a good moral compass about yourself, it'll be very easy for you to see someone else's intentions and if they're genuine intentions and if they're a good person for you, because we kind of project, meaning that we accept who we are. So the reason why it's hard sometimes for guys or women to sense or seeing the other person that they're speaking to, like, okay, does this person really like me? Is this person a hoe? Is this person, is this person really like, a baller like that? It's hard for women to see and it's hard for men to see sometimes because they're not disciplined enough. You need to be disciplined because if you have discipline and you don't have certain behaviors that you act on, it's going to be very easy for you to pick. I don't cuss, so it's very easy for me to pick up when chicks is cussing. I'm like, ew, you got a potty mouth. Who raised you? You lack decorum. You lack, the ability to have, certain mannerisms and stuff like that. It's a high probability if you have this potty mouth that you was probably getting dick down because you didn't have a father there to tell you to shut up and watch your mouth. If your father wasn't there to tell you to shut up and watch your mouth, he wasn't probably there to tell you to be in the house at this time and don't wear that. You get what I'm saying? So it all comes from discipline. So if you are a disciplined individual, take anything from today. If you are a disciplined individual, you will project and you will only accept the individual that's disciplined too. Guess what? Whores ain't disciplined. Straight like that. But you froze, man. Appreciate the convo and have a blessed one. All right. This podcast was cool. I got to wrap up. Been streaming for 3 hours. I gave y'all 3 hours, man. Reacted to a lot of clips. Really didn't have any debates, just a few discussions with some supporters. But other than that, this podcast was no Fugazee. What I want y'all to do is go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button. Like the podcast, man. A like is free. Like the podcast now. Get it pushed into the algorithm. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you're notified of when we go live next. Today is Wednesday, the The next live stream will be on Sunday, and it'll be open debate night, but I also will be reacting to clips. If you have some clips that you want me to react to, if you join a membership, then you are priority. I will react to your clips priority. But if you're not a member, if you want to send me some stuff, you know what I mean? I may get to it. I'll get to it when I get to it. You feel me? But anyways, without further ado, this podcast is No Fugazee. I appreciate all of y'all for staying up with me until 11:27 p.m. on the east side. On the west side, it could be a little bit earlier, and people in other countries, it could be definitely a different time zone. But other than that, man, this podcast is No Fugazee. I'm out. Peace.